And we are live. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Save or Dice. Thanks for joining us tonight. We really appreciate it. As always, I am here with some amazing people. We have Dave Friant from Nerdarchy, Jonathan Pruitt, and Jim Davis from WebDM. Our one and only D&D sex icon behind the screen, Will Jones with Encounter Roleplay. And of course, we have a new guest with us. We have Adam Bradford joining us from D&D Beyond. Adam, thanks for hopping on with us tonight. I hope you're ready for a fun game.
Thanks for having me. Looking forward to it.
Oh, I am looking forward to it too. And of course, I am Cody Lewis with Taking20. Without further ado, Jim Davis.
Hello. As you know, we are brought to you by some sponsors. These are people who help us bring this amazing show that we're able to give to you week to week, filling your lives with entertainment and joy, tension, anxiety, stress, even. Hopefully not too much of that, though. So as you think about your next purchase, think of ThinkGeek. Visit their webpage. Check them out. They've got a ton of stuff. They've got Dungeons & Dragons stuff, Doctor Who stuff, Star Wars stuff, everything you need for the nerd in your life. We've also got Shapeways, the go-to destination for 3D printed dice and miniatures. These guys are top-notch. Check them out. And then, of course, all of our maps are powered by Dungeon Painter Studios by pyromancers.com. This is that program that's super easy to use. You make amazing looking maps in minutes and get them out there for your players to enjoy and die upon. And of course, we are brought to you, or rather, our entire experience is brought to you by Fantasy Grounds, that virtual tabletop choice for Saver Dice. And if I'm not mistaken, Cody, maybe you can back me up on this. Are they doing a holiday sale still? Did they extend that?
They're doing some crazy stuff right now for the Steam sale. So
gotcha.
Go check it out. It's like serious discounts. As you guys know, I did a video pretty recently about the cost on Fantasy Grounds, and if you snag it on one of these Steam sales, you're going to be thanking yourself later. It's really good.
Yeah. Well, that was that. Excellent. Let's play.
And that's the show.
And
that transition. Yeah.
It's that wait for everyone to go and buy Fantasy.
Almost like, I know already.
I gotta listen to that click. Once I hear that click, we can play.
Go to checkout. It's in your cart. There we go.
It was so good. It's almost as though you were your own co-host of your own YouTube show. It was good.
Who knew?
Good.
Who knew?
Maybe one day.
Yeah, maybe.
This is the type of shenanigans you're in for, Adam. Buckle up.
Buckled up.
Will Jones, take it away, my man.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen. Well, hopefully everyone's had a happy holidays, because now we are in time for some misery after that post-holiday period and getting into some adventures in Penumbra. Let's remind ourselves what happened the last time on the show. The group found themselves traveling as they heard that there was an army coming towards them, and they discovered it was the Black Hounds. Of course, Jim Davis's son, Eddard, was one of the Black Hounds, previously their leader. However, now he is dead and been raised again as a zombie, which is pretty cool if you're into that kind of thing, I guess. But on the other hand, kind of not cool, because, you know, he's undead and can't speak properly and doesn't remember his dad. So it's kind of tragic in that way. But they found this army marching towards them at Castle Rock. They are well supplied, and they also found out after a conversation with Pete, aka Vadin, as he interviewed one of the members of the Black Hounds, that there was a particular lady there whom they sought. Needles is her name, of course, one of the main antagonists of her story, and she was in the camp. They tracked her down outside of forest, inside this little tree hollow that she'd hollowed out for herself. Unfortunately, however, she was not there. She was prepared for them. And as Wyrme fell into something of a snare and a trap, the party found themselves with a note from her saying that she was, well, basically alluding to the fact that she was probably going to head to Castle Rock and get inside there, possibly cause some mischief with some of their friendly NPCs. However, the party decided that this time they were going to wrong foot Needles. It's always been 2 steps ahead. This time they were going to juke to the side and throw a spanner in the works. And this is, of course, because they went to the city of Ostwald, the capital city. They went to a nearby tavern, the Crossroad Inn, which they had some criminal connections during the War of Thorns, during which these guys were rebels. They walked in there and they managed to get into a conversation with a local gangster who runs many of the gangs in Ostwald, named Salvador. Salvador was a chirpy chap, and he was very particular about his furniture, as Cody learnt last week, and basically struck up a deal with these guys to let them into the city, get them inside safely. And he also provided some extra help as well. He provided his fixer to help the party and to follow them around and to help them with whatever they need, any contacts that they have, any jobs that they need doing. And this is, of course, Adam's character today, who is going to help the party out as best he can, whilst probably also keeping an eye on the party as well for Salvador. He's not a particularly scrupulous character. He is a gangster and doesn't necessarily trust these guys, but he does fear them a fair amount after some good intimidation checks. So that's where we find ourselves today, in a bar outside of Ostwald, in a back room, a seedy back room, 2 guards there, and Adam's character has just walked in. So, Adam, why don't you describe yourself for us? What does your character look like?
So I very slowly open the doors, walk through. I've got 2 short swords brandished on my waist, and I kind of just put my really heavy-looking hands on the hilts of the short swords, kind of just almost lean back, almost like I'm sitting, but I'm still standing. And then I just make a really huge toothy grin and just say, "Hello, ladies. I need help." Start rubbing my hands.
I like it. Let's run around the table, because Adam hasn't necessarily met your characters and what you look like. And let's go around just real quick, remind ourselves of what we look like. Obviously, we've got artwork, but it's always nice to have a bit of a word picture. So Cody, what does Calium look like? Yes. Poses he's striking.
So make sure I'm not muted on the stream. I'm not muted on the stream this time. So Calium is he's an elf. He basically brandishes like a purple cloak, and he definitely has the markings of warrior, his stance, his guard, and there's something a little bit strange about him in the way that he moves. As you come into the room and see him, you probably see that he's disinterested for the most part, but that's a little bit about what you see as you look down at Calium.
Excellent. Dave, what does Wyrme look like?
So Wyrme is fidgety and kind of bouncing back and forth. He's a kobold, but he looks a little bit more like a pygmy lizard folk than normal kobold, like a blend of the two, perhaps. And he's constantly moving and rubbing his little hands together. And he's outfitted more like a workman than he is an adventurer. He's got all kinds of tools hanging off of him, and he doesn't seem to be armed.
Interesting. On the other hand, a man who probably does look very armed is Ajax.
Yeah, so Ajax is has a lot. His face has old scars on it. He likes to keep his hair close, like a close cut, clean shaven. But his eyes are very sort of dark and sunk in, and doesn't look like he's slept well in probably quite a while. Armored in half plate that's dented and road worn, and a pretty large 2-handed sword strapped on his back now, I guess.
Excellent. And last but not least, Vadin.
Yes, Vadin, he's an Asmar. He's got kind of pale, almost marble-like skin, and he's about 6'5", less than 200 pounds. He's like a pillar of a man, and he... one thing about him, he's like the counterpoint to Wyrme. Like, he's like a statue most of the time. Like, he barely moves unless he's talking. So he's very deliberative in most things he does and kind of takes his time with talking. And and other than that, he just looks like he's judging everyone all the time.
Nice. As for the other men in the room, Salvador is a human, got a big cigar, big coat on, generally looks a bit ratty, a bit sweaty, and there are 2 big bruises either side of Adam, your character, as you step into this room, and Salvador turns and says, "He's here now. Right. Why don't you all fucking meet one another, say hello, yeah?" names and all that, titles and what the fuck not?
Yes, of course. Wyrme, pleased to meet you.
Wait a minute. You said your name is Wyrme.
Yes.
You look like a lizard, not a worm.
Blood of dragons.
Oh,
I believe it is
so
the
what are
other
people
spelling.
getting into?
He's one of them fucking lizard worms, isn't he?
Obviously.
Yes, but wait till you hear me roar.
Speak up, I can't hear you.
Wait till you hear me roar.
He's Wyrme.
Gentlemen.
Ajax.
All right, Katy Perry.
Oh, shit. And I am Vadin. And who might you be?
I'm Hargund Valley Miner. I fix things for Sal, you see. He told me I needed to come take care of you. I got excited for a minute and thought he meant take care of you. But he tells me something else, something about showing you around the city.
That's right. That's right. Yes, my good friend here, Hargund. He does sometimes kill people for me. That much is very true. But you are all very lucky. Little bit, just on the side. I mean, it's not his main occupation. He does some. I don't know what if I do some baking, do some selling things and whatnot. But mostly,
Make some mean jerky.
Makes some mean jerky, he does, that's right. But also he does kill people for me, so he should be useful in your own line of work, which is also killing people for the most part. So might ask you, Zul, what exactly you had wanted to do in the city, because a man like myself has connections. I can get you into places, and Hargund there can show you around, show you the fucking ropes, you know, which ones to pull, which ones to store in your backpack, that kind of thing.
Well, it turns out we might want to kill some people.
That is excellent news. Good for Hargund here. Well, also, we be needing any jerky, I suppose, is another question.
It's more than just kill them. We're out to cause mayhem, to get as many of the 100 as we can, round them up, slay them.
Now listen, I would be along for this ride for sure, but Sal, what do you have to say about this? You got to do business here, see?
That's very true, Hargund. It makes a very good point. We don't want any mayhem in our own areas. It might be all right if there's mayhem in certain other districts where there are other men who own taverns such as this and fine establishments, and also run jerky side businesses and the like, if you understand my meaning. But there might be a few areas that we would like you to not cause any mayhem in.
Of course.
Well, then it would behoove you to work with us as to prevent any undue delay to your business.
I don't have any fucking hooves, mate, but all right, I'll work with you best I can.
So I'm not babysitting. I'm not babysitting.
No, well, these lot, they've got something a bit to them at the very least. I mean, they are war heroes. Well, they were war heroes, I suppose. Leaders
I'm just
in general.
saying I'm not going to be a chaperone. I can't keep them from killing and from mayhem or whatever this big one here says.
Just let us know what you want us to leave alone, and we'll go somewhere else.
So what, I'm supposed to just put a sign on it?
Point it out.
Ajax is like an arrow. Just point him and let him fly.
It's a very,
All right.
not
I
very
like that.
aerodynamic arrow, but yes, that's very true. Well, here's the thing. There's a big party going on. A lot of nobles and the like will be there. A chap named Fulcreef is going to be doing it. Lots of
What
people.
did you just
there.
say?
I said lots of people going to be there. Big mansion. Fulcreef's his name.
Really?
Yes, man. Do I look like I'm fucking joking?
This is good news.
He's in the city then.
He's in the city.
He's in the city.
Do we?
Hargund, that's where we are going. Is there
Right.
anything that we need to be aware of, Sal, on the way? Because I think we found our destination.
Oh, this is one of the people you want to kill.
Yes.
Amongst
On the
others.
list.
Yes, it is. But I'm going to do so much more than just kill Falkreath.
Oh, someone has
I
spent
like
way
him.
too much time with needles.
Interesting. What do you have in mind for him, by the way? Just a professional curiosity, I suppose.
I'm sure you'll hear the screams soon enough. They will be loud.
Quite fucking delightful. Well, here's what you need to know. Place is guarded like, I don't know, fucking church on fucking Christmas Day. Guards everywhere.
It doesn't matter.
There are a lot
That's
of
where
fucking...
we're going.
A lot of people get a little rowdy on Christmas Day. See, had to install guards since the riots. Yeah, a lot of people there, but if you can get yourself up to the top floor, that's where I hear Falkreath is hanging out.
And one of your caliber would happen to know maybe a way in, would you not, Salvador?
I happen to run a catering business on the side. That's where the jerky comes in. There's going to be a lot of caterers there, and a few of them, 5 of them might go missing. In which case there would be some opportunity to serve, but also allow yourself easy access into the upper areas. Of course, you wouldn't be very well armed in that case. Might have to hide a shiv in your boot or something like that.
I think we could make do.
Are there armed guards there? Take their weapons.
Oh, like
Wyrme
this
cringes
guy.
a little when he says about hiding a shiv in them, looking at Calium.
I think that perhaps Wyrme might be able to help us out with sneaking in weapons.
Yes, that's not a problem at all.
Right. Alternatively, you could find yourselves invitations to the place. I could buy some for you, of course, for the right price.
Do we have any of those guards on our payroll?
I'll get a guy of you in, that's right. Yeah, the guy on the door, his second cousin's niece, who also happens to be his wife. She is a good friend of mine. She works in the back rooms of these bars. And yeah, we could, anyway, don't need to know all that. There was a lot of specific information about the chap, which you might want best kept secret, actually, now I think about that. But anyway, he's on the payroll. He'll let you in if you're on the list, even if you look a little bit scruffy, you know? Or if you look a little bit like war criminals, which I have to say you all do.
Yes. Well, perhaps we could do a two-pronged approach. But that would require splitting up the party.
What are the odds that we could get him out of the mansion?
Well, I hear he's locked up there pretty well most nights.
So
But
what does he leave for, Sal? You're a smart man.
I find myself giving out a lot of information about this gentleman who I personally might have a very great deal of friendship with, which I would hate to deride and derode.
And since you are so familiar with Falkreath, I'm sure there will be plenty of opportunity once he is removed from the picture. That will be your payment. Now,
Well,
what
just
about
so happens,
getting him out of his mansion?
Now that you mention it, payment and all that, there do happen to be a couple of nice, big, golden eggs, real busty like, which he keeps up there, which I've had a little eye on for a while. Can't get my hands on them because, well, the place is pretty well tied up. If you were to take those and bring them back to old Sal, then that would be excellent payment, yes.
Would that also cover the debts?
That might go some way to repaying your not inconsiderable debts to me, yes.
Excellent.
I believe it can be done.
Good. Good. Well, in terms of what he leaves for, he doesn't leave for fucking nothing, mate. He has himself hold up like there, like he's a fucking nun. And, well, None of the sex appeal, all of the hiding up in closety little holes and all that stuff.
It's almost like he thinks someone's going to come around and kill him.
Maybe he does. Maybe he thinks someone's going to nick his fucking eggs.
I wonder where he might get that idea.
That's very fucking weird, isn't it? But he is holding a party where a lot of the 100 are coming to. He's called them all in, you see. Well, not all of them, but a good deal of them, 20, 30 or so of them. And, they'll be downstairs in the ballroom.
He's a traitorous little wretch. Perhaps he has plans for these 100.
Maybe he fucking does. But that's none of my business. All I want is his fucking eggs. And it's not so wrong, is it, to want another man's eggs? So that's all I...
You'll not see judgment from us for whatever your proclivities.
Excellent. We will get the eggs. We will rig the place to blow up. We will kill this man and be done with it all.
Right, well, that's intense. Rig the place to blow up, like the sound of that, bit of fireworks and all that. If you could make sure the guy on the door is away when you do blow it up, because his second cousin's niece, who also happens to be his wife, works back here, and I'm a particular friend of hers.
She's a fine woman.
She is. Very much like those eggs. Very busty.
Eggs in the doorman.
That's right, yes. That's our episode.
This can be arranged.
Yes. All right.
Very nice. Very nice. Well, we can make sure you get to that side of the city. Of course, you probably won't want to go there until the night time and all that. Cover of darkness. In the meantime, feel free to use this place to your heart's desires. If you want a drink, you can stay here. If you want a private room, you can keep this one. If you want to use some of the back rooms, maybe meet the second cousin's niece and have some time with her, then get more well acquainted with those particular poached eggs, and perhaps you'd feel free, take one on the house. Why not? Have a fucking eggs Benedict of it and all that. And other than that, though, I will be seeing you all again, and I will leave you in the capable hands of Hargund.
Very good.
Wyrme begins unloading from his sack different alchemical supplies and tools, and just like this endless stream of stuff just keeps coming out. And at one point he's about, where's that tad boy when I need him? And every once in a while he'll send for like higher proof alcohols to supplement his supplies, and he begins working on some homemade explosives.
Nice. Sal will he'll turn to leave and say, don't fucking fuck with me, because I got a guy watching you, yeah? Yeah.
Oh, yes, make this a non-smoking room, please.
Yeah, don't get into any fucking debt, all right? Where any expenses I will be deducting from your personal egg collection.
Understood.
All right, then. Best of luck to you. And he leaves, as do the two gentlemen with him, leaving just you and Hargund in the room.
So, Hargund, how long have you known Salvador?
Let's be clear here. It's Hargund, not Hagrin or whatever you're trying to say.
Hargund.
It's Hargund.
Hargund. Is
Thanks.
that better?
Much better. Now, what were you yapping about?
How long have you been acquainted with our friend Salvador?
I've known him for several years. He's the best way for me to be able to market my jerky here in the city.
Yes, I'm sure your jerky is very hard to market.
It's not. It's just hard to get it distributed.
Yes.
Don't insult me, jerky.
I would never
understand.
dream.
It's so hard in the human lands. They look down on us non-humans.
I guess so, little worm. But yes. I distribute my jerky with Salvador. We're close, you see.
Yes.
Salvador is good at what he does.
So what you're saying is you work hand in hand to distribute your jerky with Salvador.
I feel like you're taking a piss on me here. I am as straight as an arrow. I don't want you to say otherwise.
I was not inferring that you were sly.
Sly? That's offensive.
Just wanted to clear the air before we work together. Like to know who I'm working with.
What you need to know is that I know how to get into places that you're not supposed to get into, and I know how to kill people.
Well, that is
It
exactly
sounds like that's what
need.
you guys need. Yes.
Yes.
What about you, Ajax?
Ajax sits
Like
up
you're
from
a big
just
fella.
yeah, he hasn't really said much this whole thing. I'm in this for one thing only. Hargund. That's to kill as many 100 as I can.
What are these 100? Give me a bit of a history lesson.
They keep the peasants, take their food. They live off the work and labor of others without doing anything. Masters. And I just, I've had enough of the whole lot of them.
Why do you all hate them so much?
Yeah, Ajax gets uncomfortable for a minute.
Because they take.
They take. And they take.
And then they take some more.
I mean, you guys were in this big old war, and you mean to tell me you didn't take anything?
Of course not.
You took
For me,
lives.
it's rather personal.
We took lives. We took provisions, crops, livestock, great many things.
Well, it sounds like you take what makes you any different than the 100.
War is war. What they do outside of war is much worse. They keep people in the dirt and the mud. They can't live free lives. That is why.
Forget all that. They want to crack our sternums, rip open our chest, and flip our lungs to our backs. So we must kill them.
What
Wyrme's
is
got it
he
right
going
as
on
well.
about?
They decided to torture our leader as a way of public demonstration of the penalty for rebellion. And we were next, but fortunately,
Crack
Fate
Jaw's
smiled upon
bleached
us.
beard. Then yes, something should be done about these 100. Is it just 100, or is it more? Is that are they like rounding or?
No, apparently there
guards.
are always 100. When one falls from the ranks, they are replaced.
Well, what makes you think you're ever going to make a dent?
I don't. I just want to kill as many of them before they kill me.
We've
just
got
want-
powerful allies.
You're right, you do. I'm standing right here.
Ajax gonna go get a drink. There's a bar here, yeah.
Oh yeah, if you were to step outside, you guys in the back room, there's still a kind of hubbub and clinking of drinks on the counter, and outside there's a woman on the bar.
Yeah. He'll nod to whatever the hardest stuff they have is.
It's shoe polish.
Hargund,
Flask.
Ajax is a bit sensitive with all of this. They murdered his son before turning him against them.
What do you mean turning him against him?
His son, he fought with the 100, turned against his father, and then they murdered him.
Sometimes we make mistakes, Wyrme. Isn't that right?
Yes, I know all about it. Wrong place, wrong time.
That sounds pretty terrible indeed.
Well, he sort of got better.
I'm going to go see if he wants some jerky.
That's a great idea.
Yes, just like the Uranus. Yeah. Excellent.
And Elvadine will find a quiet corner to meditate.
Excellent. Excellent. So, Ajax, you're at the bar. You're drinking some pretty strong stuff, and you see Hargund come along.
I slide down some jerky, just like right on the table.
Down the bar, yeah.
No plates, nothing.
Like just
Ajax
slap
has
it
a
down.
soldier's appetite.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's like,
Pretty good, isn't it?
it's pretty good, yeah.
What do you mean it's the best for 100 miles at least?
At least.
You don't get excited about much, do you?
Not these days.
Please
Well, I hope
describe.
you get a little more excited. We're about to kill all these people.
I'll get excited when the time comes. Until then, I like to conserve my energy.
I'll drink to that.
Raise a glass.
Ooh, that was hot. Okay. So Wyrme, you're up building things. Elvadine's in the corner meditating. Calium, what are you doing at the bar or at the back room tavernier?
I'm doing almost nothing. I'm literally he's heard Falkreath. Falkreath, he is like his only priority in life at this point. So he is like just completely focused and trying to clear his mind of everything. And he's just sitting in the corner, just sharpening. He's kind of listening a little bit to what's going on with how the group is interacting with Hargund. But for the most part, he's not going to get up and engage or try to come up with any plans. He's just prepping for war.
All right. And unless anyone wants to do anything in particular until the evening time comes, then we can skip right ahead to that point. So you spent some hours in the bar. Salvador's men are all times seem to be watching you. Everyone in the bar has got some kind of criminal connection. And when it gets dark, it's time for you guys to head into the city. Now, Hargund, you know that the way that you guys will get around is basically just go through sewers, and you know the way. So there is a trapdoor outside which leads down into the sewer system of the city. And were you to walk for a few hours down that, you can lead them directly to the Falkreath estate. So presumably you guys, before you head out in the back room, any last minute plans, any last minute conversations that we want to have before we do this thing?
So we're going as caterers, servants, basically. And then Wyrme is going to sneak in our gear. Do I understand all that right?
There's definitely you got two options. I mean, you could either buy out a guest invitation from Salvador for some price that isn't named, or secondly, you can go as the servers and the waiters, which probably has a bit more risk to it, because you will actually have to serve some things, and you won't be necessarily as well armed. So you got the branching options there.
So which one do we want to be in, his debt more, or do we think that we can pull off a servant's routine?
What sounds more fun?
Which one involves Pete is the real question. Yeah.
I was thinking
Pruitt with the mute
servers
this
so I
week.
can
Thank you
move
very
around
much.
and bombs.
God damn. I think Pete would make a mighty fine server.
Ajax is a little bit uncomfortable impersonating the Highborn after the last time we impersonated some Highborn.
What do you mean? It went well. I was almost married.
We barely escaped with our lives. Calium was captured, tortured, and my son was killed. I prefer.
Well, it sounds pretty awful when you put it that way.
Yeah,
if it is caterers.
If you focus on the negative, Ajax.
No
That's
one
all you will
cares
see.
about.
We also had some really good time. Remember the party? The canapes were great.
Falkreath and
Pete
his...
was there.
Pete was that going, man? Remember Pete?
You broke the charge of 30 archers, Ajax.
Falkreath and perhaps even some of his closest men will be very familiar with me. He was my right hand for a time.
Well,
until which he betrayed me.
So we'll need to disguise you somehow.
Indeed.
I think no one notices a server or waitstaff, anything like that. We might have the ability to move about a bit more freely.
Wyrme, can you do anything about... And I kind of point over to my ears.
Yes, but it's for a limited time, for an hour.
Oh, I mean...
Perhaps a headband.
I mean, what's that supposed to mean? You're pointing at your ear.
Elves are not common around these parts.
Oh,
I don't want to stand out and disclose our plan before we are ready to spring it.
We could just cut them. And I pull out my short sword.
I just kind of look over at him. Or we could just cut them, apparently. Wyrme, I'll take whatever you have that might be able to assist me.
Yes, just before getting in, I will disguise the both of us.
What? I mean, he doesn't need the top part.
Calium will just kind of ignore that, just like trying to go back into focus mode.
Hargund, I see your point.
Oh, I see what you did there. It's like his ears pointy.
Yes, you're quite astute. Yes.
So, Wyrme, how much can your bag hold?
It can hold all of our gear easily.
A lot of jerky. Yeah.
Clearly.
Lots and lots of jerky.
All right. Well, I'm fine putting my armor and weapons in there.
I just envision a montage when all this chaos is going on of Ajax putting his armor on. I'll be there in a minute, guys.
So I went barbarian. I can go armored or unarmored. I'm good to go.
That's very true, sir. So I think we're ready, Will.
All right.
We want to roll up. We're gonna do the good old fashioned bag of holding servant gag.
Ah, the old one too. Excellent. El Classique. So, incredible. So, yeah, you can lead them, Hargund, to the sewer tunnel entrance. Down here, it is dark and dank and smells like sewage. And so it's a pretty gross environment to be traveling through. By the end of your 3 hours, you are going to stink. But luckily enough, as you arrive at the kind of the manhole entrance of the ladder up, there is a crate there waiting for you. Inside, there are the outfits of several servants. A couple of them have like specks of blood on them, which would suggest that Salvador has probably fixed up a couple of the servants for your own usage.
I will, Elvadine will use prestidigitation to remove the soiling from both our clothes and the servants' clothes.
Nice. You guys are pretty much dressed like, it's like smart clothing. So you got some dark kind of black and some white on it. And one of you guys is going to have a female, like skirt that you're gonna have to adjust a little bit, but if you like cut it in such a way, it kind of looks like you meant that to happen, and looks a little bit more like a manly skirt. And I'm imagining Ajax.
Manly skirts.
Yeah. It's very freeing.
Yeah. Oh yeah. As a barbarian.
Sure.
Yeah.
Just slip up both sides. Your legs are really free.
Allows that wide stance to swing his sword.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Unarmored AC goes up by 2. So, yeah.
Penguin side of your face,
follows
blue.
Ajax up the ladder.
A kilt? Sure. Freedom! Yeah. It's kind of like a kilt. It's like a converted kilt. It's like the poor man's kilt. It's basically a woman's skirt. Anything's a kilt if you want it to be. So,
An old bath towel.
Exactly. So you got the manhole. You've also got like trays. There's no food on this point, but and you'll be entering in for the servants' entrance. So you see the manor before you. It's late, obviously, so it's dark. But there are lanterns which are lighting it up. You guys are around the back of the estates, where you popped up in the manhole, basically. And there is the servants' entrance before you, where you can see a. It looks to be like a servant's, like a butler, kind of head of the house sort of guy who is ushering in other servants at the moment. So it looks like he's kind of roll calling all of them. On the other side of the house, you can see through the kind of garden terraced area, which is where the guests are entering in from. So you can see the kind of stagecoaches coming in and nobles, their dresses, and there's suits coming in. You also notice that on all of the balconies of the houses, Bracing Hargund will notice, being a trained criminal, is that there are guards on all of the tops of the roofs, basically. So this place is like unnecessarily well guarded for a party, you would say. There are like equivalent of snipers on the rooftops, the guys with longbows basically up on the rooftops. And whilst there isn't a guard on the servant's door, if you were to look through to the other side, you can see there are a bunch of guards who are stopping people and coming in. So you guys are there. You see the kind of head butler is kind of ushering people, come in, come on. Hasn't spotted you guys. You kind of pop out of the manhole, look around the corner.
I start to make a beeline for that servant's entrance, and then I kind of over my shoulder say, "Keep your head down. Make sure that you don't look anyone in the eye anytime we're in here."
I kind of give Wyrme a nudge. Now would be a very good time.
So I give him a token that he can use to cast this guy's self, and I will cast it on myself as well, and just appear as a short human.
Yeah.
Nice.
I will hunch my shoulders and
I want to be like a blonde-haired guy, little stocky, short, rotund a bit, spiky hair, kind of a goatee. Look going
Are you
on.
sure? Really? You want to look?
Fantastic eyebrows, just
You
incredible.
want to look? Like
He's
that.
from
the
the
best
mythical
eyebrows
land
you've ever seen.
Tejas.
He goes by Dallas.
Foreman Dallas.
Oh my god.
come on, Della! Sorry.
All right. Anyone else doing anything with their appearance, or are we as
As I see all of this going on,
Yeah.
I just shake my head and cross my arms and wait on it and stop walking for now.
nice? So the head butler kind of calls you up. Oh, come on! Why are you so late?
Sorry.
Sorry. We're heading in right now.
Yeah, stop right there. And he gets out a little kind of like list on a notepad, which he gets out of a flourish of his quill. He says, names? Which ones are you? Are you Jeff?
Jeff, absolutely. I'm Jeff, and this is
Jeff.
what's the next name there?
He okay. He kind of looks down, looks back up, and he says, Alicia.
Oh yeah, that's this one here.
That's me. Yes, that's me.
Please roll me a deception check.
I was just about to take that.
I thought I had the skirt.
Someone had to take the bullet. That's me.
All right, let me roll it out. All right,
I
deception.
really want him to succeed, and then he has to roleplay this for the rest of the night.
Here we go. What's it gonna be? Hey,
Nice.
18.
I didn't want to have to waste a suggestion.
The butler kind of like, Alicia, I told you a million times you need to shave.
Sorry, so sorry.
He ticks off your name and looks at the rest of you, and you must be the others. Fine. Well, you know where to go, don't you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Get the silver platter, you put the food on it, and you go and serve everyone. You don't ask anybody what they're here for. You don't ask anybody his name. You don't steal anything either. Looking at you, Alicia.
No stealing. No.
That's right.
Sorry, I'm very
I
sorry.
have got my little eyes on you, Alicia, yes?
Oh.
We'll be sure not to kill anyone either.
The guy, what? Why would... Do not just go
I
on
just
in.
thought it was a rule.
Well, that is a general rule, yes, I suppose. It usually goes without saying, though.
But Jeff, that's for the cooks to do.
Yes, Jeff. Every time, right? Never easy. And he kind of lets you inside into the servants' quarters. And it's basically a kitchen area that you're walking into. Hot, steaming kitchen. It's pretty alive in here. Smells of spices and meats cooking and fine foods. And then there is the kind of like going out table where they put the food onto the hot plate. Basically, you guys take it from there onto your silver platters. And the butler says, "Take the canapes out to them." Come on,
Okay.
Jeff.
Okay.
Actually, you take the plate of the jerky over, please.
I immediately go over to wherever this jerky is.
Let's get the Salvador jerky and then put it onto the plate, please.
I have a ridiculously prideful smile on my face, knowing that this is being served at such a fancy party.
Yeah.
And get ready. And I kind of look at everyone else. Well, I'm not going to be able to carry this by myself.
Oh, sorry, Jeff. Sorry. And I'll kind of scramble over, kind of tripping over my own feet, and pick up a tray. and follow Jeff.
Excellent.
Wyrme will look for a cart to push around.
There's not really a cart around here. There would be sort of like not necessarily like a wagon cart, but like a silver like dinner service sort of tray.
Yeah, that's what he's looking for.
Yeah, that kind of thing. Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm going to put my sack underneath of it, and as I wheel it around, I'm going to start planting bombs around.
Okay, this can only go well. I like it.
I may try sliding hand them into some of the guest pockets. I don't know.
Just the usual kind of party things.
I feel inspired. I watched The Kingsman last night.
Oh, incredible.
Very good.
Dear.
I'll stick near Wyrme and the weapons.
All right, so the two of you guys are going in like the twins in Ocean's 11. And the two little guy in there. I like it. Okay.
Oh, do behave.
So, group of you enter with the food into this fine dining room, basically. There are guests around, there are servants, there are nobles chit-chatting, there are alcoves. You're in a large hallway, essentially. There are several side rooms with fireplaces in where people are going to smoke, and there are offshoots as well where people are going to plot and talk. Immediate glance around the room, Calium, you don't spot Falkreath. However, you do not spot Falkreath, but yeah, so look in your eyes. I do. I kill him. But you do spot a grand staircase leading upwards. It is heavily guarded, however. This whole area is actually pretty well guarded. There are heavily armed and mailed knights around, and they're keeping a pretty close eye on most of the guests. They are kind of like it's a little bit like airport security on the door, really.
So what I'd like to look for, Will, is I'd like to look for any place, any nook, cranny, maybe a table with a cloth that I might be able to sneak under, that I could basically mist walk behind to the other side of the guards without just disappearing in the middle of the showroom floor.
Yeah, roll me a perception check.
That's a skill that I have.
That is a thing that you do.
14.
That's pretty good. Yeah, there is like it'd be more of an acrobatics feat, basically. You would be able to climb up this pillar, basically, this banister pillar, in such a way that you would be quite visible were someone to look around and see, basically like climbing up the side of the staircase, really. But they wouldn't see you unless they looked around, basically. Kind of thing where, you'd have to like mist walk up a little bit, bamf up there, and bamf to another place, and then go off to another banister. You could definitely do it. You'd reckon it'd take you like 10 seconds, a bit of climbing, bit of mist walking to do it. If during those 10 seconds someone were to look around, they'd probably spot you. But
if they were distracted,
distracted. However, the hallway is filled with probably like 100 people at this point, so it's pretty busy. You would need it to distract pretty much everyone in the room.
What's it like up at the top? Is there like you said? There's a grand staircase up.
Yes,
grand staircase. Is there like a set of guards that are looking down the staircase down, so that there's an area behind them, or
right? So I could probably describe this better. Yeah. So main central hallway, grand staircase leading upwards. There's kind of like balconies all the way around the top as well. Similar to the previous noble house that you're in, most of the architecture of noble seems to be kind of designed in a similar kind of open house sort of way. So there are guards on like up either side of you who might be looking, kind of down on the serving hall, I guess you'd call it.
Got it. Okay, I'll take note of that.
Okay. Anything else anyone's looking for? There's a lot going on this party right now. There's a lot of people talking. So if there's any kind of thing that you're looking for in particular, there's probably something a bit like that happening at the moment.
So just so I know, Will,
yes.
we've been in this land for a while. So is there anything that indicates whether you're a member of the 100, like a certain badge or a certain whatever nobility?
No, they don't necessarily declare themselves as members of the 100. Some of them may wish not to present themselves as members of the 100. Okay. So most of it is facial recognition. Often they would be guarded. So if there's anyone with bodyguards, they're probably someone quite important. You could kind of like do a spot check around the room to see if you recognize any sort of faces here in particular of notable and important nobles.
Hey, we got our first 4 of the evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Of course we did. Jesus.
There it is.
There it is. There it is. The crowd is about to go nuts.
Adam, that is apparently a tradition here with whatever programming we have from Fantasy Grounds. We're our cup runneth over with 4s.
Our cup runneth 04. Yeah. There it is.
One thing that you will spot, Pruitt.
Chat's going nuts.
Yep. There it is.
One thing you will notice, Pruitt, is the guard on the door, who you know to be one of Salvador's men, is like changing his shift now, and he is just like standing by one of the main tables on his own. So you could go over and have a conversation with him if you wanted, and you wouldn't necessarily be overheard. He's the only person that you recognize at this point.
Okay, well, yes. I will move over to him. We did promise Salvador, so I'll move over. And do you need any jerky?
No, I'm not one of the guests here. I'm just a guard.
Oh, sorry. So sorry, sir. So sorry. It's from Salvador, and so are we. So.
Yes, it's Salvador's jerky, isn't it?
I kind of walk up behind him here and say, "Hey, listen, I think this entire place is about to go up in smoke, and you probably need to make yourself scarce."
Right. Okay. He's like, I'll just be all.
But wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Yes.
We need some information as well.
Okay.
How do we get upstairs easiest? Do you know a way?
Oh, there's a. He kind of points into one of the rooms that there's a fireplace in, and there are people kind of like smoking there. There's like a pool table kind of set up as well, and he says there's an entrance there that only the nobles use. It's for if one is to have a dalliance for the night and doesn't wish to be seen. The best way to get in there would be to charm a noble woman or man. You can't really go on your own. Or as a group of gentlemen, it would look a little odd. Although that sort of thing does happen around here.
Okay. We appreciate the information.
It's a bit like getting all of a jerky and putting it in a circle and just...
We'll try to be discreet.
A circle jerky?
Right.
That seems like a good name for a company.
Yes, it's the name of a band down at tavern. Right, I'll be off then. If this place is set to go, I've got to make myself scarce as my second cousin's niece.
Yes, she is
a
waiting.
Fine woman. Fine woman.
Yes.
I hear she can boil some eggs.
Oh, that she can. She can poach them, she can fry them, she can do things with the eggs that you just can't believe. Nice skirt, by the way. And then he heads up.
So
do we need a moment to recover?
Yeah. So I will take a moment to kind of move over to a spot where I can kind of not be seen and shoot a message to Ajax and then Calium and then Wyrme, basically telling them about the room to get upstairs.
Who would you say is the biggest ladies' man?
You want to ask the guy before he leaves? Oh, sorry. You're asking
in the party.
Yeah.
Well, Ajax has a son.
Yeah, Ajax is mad. So
It means
Whoa, Wyrme was nearly married. Why?
He was almost married.
Yes, Wyrme almost successfully courted his woman last time.
What about that pouty elf guy that now looks like he's from Tejas?
I have not seen this land, but he might do.
So much yes right now.
So I envision there is elaborate centerpieces on the tables.
Oh, absolutely,
And,
absolutely. You know, there's
as
like
I'm, like,
fine
taking-
fish which have been done.
As I'm taking away the dishes as I go by, I'm like inserting bombs into the centerpieces. If there happens to be turkeys or something like that with a cavity, I might stick one in there as well.
Beautiful.
Absolutely, there are absolutely there are turkeys with cavities. Yes. You
But
can-
big fish, the whole fish, he opens the mouth.
Absolutely. Stick one in there. Absolutely. Roll me like a sleight of hand check to be doing this.
Okay, this can't.
Buddy, we
possibly
really
go.
need this to go well right now, Dave.
I know. I have to move
Please?
the map and find my Cuddy.
Cavity check.
Please make this like a good one.
Hey, what could possibly go wrong?
Lots of things.
That's better than average.
Oh, for some reason I thought you had -1 to it.
Dave's over here trying to convince the DM.
It's
It's not bad.
Statistically,
I mean, I would take it if I was running the game.
if I were doing it, I'd probably give myself an advantage on this one.
Yeah.
So yeah, Wyrme is like, you know, placing some in. However, Wyrme, you're not getting to all of the areas that you might like to. Some of the more central turkeys with the more cavernous of cavities are there are more people by them, so it's difficult to actually like get towards them. It's also like the thing where you're not really meant to be touching the food because you're a servant, so you're meant to like put food down. So there's a lot of people there. They're not necessarily places where you can like put food down in front of them and then like stuff a bomb into a turkey. Yeah, I mean, we've all been there.
Can Ajax create a distraction?
I would love to see this.
So he's got a tray of something like dirty
Yeah.
dishes or something.
Yeah,
And I don't want to spill it on anybody, but I want to trip and just create a big crash.
Okay. Anything you want to trip on in particular, or just kind of like the kind of
He's gonna be skirtless in a moment. Come on, there's gotta be a roll for this. Just
there has to be a roll me a performance check.
Okay. All right. Here we go. Where's my skirt sheet at? Performance. Oh
A
God.
skirt check.
Performance skirt +4.
better than average.
Better than average.
It's fine.
Welcome to Saber Dice, Adam.
I'm so convinced by it. All right, so yeah,
Crash.
I need that noise as a soundbite for my alarm. Oh god. So yeah, you utter that sound, you emit that noise, and fall on your skirt as you're going, and you clatter, and everyone kind of looks around, and no one goes to help you up. One of the other servants kind of like pulls you up eventually, and the butler there is there in your face. What do you think you're doing, Alicia?
I'm so sorry. I just tripped. I didn't know.
Alicia, this is beyond the pale.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Right, come back to the kitchen with me.
Okay. I don't want to. I'm sorry, everybody.
She's a disgrace. Let me take her out. I'm so sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Oh.
Ajax hides his face in a something and pretends to cry.
Wait a
Yeah.
minute. Were we supposed to do something?
I was trying to create a distraction for Wyrme.
He was creating that distraction.
Wyrme, you can give me another sleight of hand check.
Now here comes the 4.
Oh no.
Mm-hmm.
All right, come on.
Hashtag
Come on,
better
don't
than
tell me
average.
now.
There it is.
Better than average.
There we go.
Save or dice. Better than average.
You could spend worse ways with your time.
There it
Better
was.
than bad. That'll be our slogan. We're better than bad.
Oh dear, oh dear. So yes, add that to the slogan list. So you totally you noticed one turkey Wyrme that you were really going for. That was like the most central turkey that everyone's kind of like, you know, carving stuff from and getting some good food from. And you managed to secrete in the cavity which you create one of your like homemade IEDs basically. And And you're pretty happy with that as you see Ajax just being like pulled away by the butler into the kitchen.
Just like Grandma used to make.
Absolutely. So Ajax gets kind of pulled out in a fit of tears by the butler. He kind of disappears from sight back into the hot steaming kitchen. The rest of you guys are kind of, as a group hanging out. There's no dancing actually. There is a ballroom, but the musicians haven't started yet. And you see the kind of fireplace room where there's that kind of secret staircase upwards for, it's for like young couples to like go make out in basically.
Is there a guard on the door or anything like that?
There isn't. No. It's actually the only area which isn't sort of guarded. But when you look inside, the kind of clientele that in there are all kind of like smoking jackets, gentlemen, a couple of ladies in there as well. They would see anyone coming in. It's also not a servant's entrance, so it would be not permitted for servants to go in there.
That's the other thing. Okay.
Yeah. Branching options. We can play out Ajax's scene, which I would love to do. Once you guys
fine.
do your plan.
Yeah.
So he's back in the kitchen.
Back in the kitchen, you get dragged back in. And what were you thinking, Alicia?
I tripped. It's new shoes. I wasn't prepared.
New shoes.
Yes.
My ass. You no more shoes for you, Alicia. No more shoes.
The floor is too greasy. I have to have shoes. I slip if I don't have.
You think these floors are greasy?
They say can be. Sometimes I didn't know.
That is an insult to these floors.
I'm so sorry.
That is an insult to Greece.
I didn't know. Are we alone? Is it just me and the butler?
There are other chefs in here, cooking away.
Damn it.
The whiskey in this and flipping that.
In my mind, everything went to anime now. I see like anime tears going everywhere.
There's big anime eyes. Hey, look something,
She's embarrassed and blood's flying out of her nose. Or is that only when you're in? It's only when you're infatuated. Never mind.
Yeah. Top 10 anime betrayals.
Ajax makes himself look busy.
Okay.
He's moving things and trying to just.
The butler says, you will stay back here and you will just move the place to everyone else. And if I catch you back in there, then I will give you the hiding of a lifetime. And you'll be fired from this place and all of the other places in the city. Yes?
You'll never see me again.
No, I get the feeling that I won't, Alicia. Now take those pumpkin seeds and put them on that platter.
Okay. Yes, of course. This delicious pumpkin seeds.
Yes. Make sure no one chokes on them. So, yes, your job is to watch the pumpkin seeds. So, whilst Ajax is in the back room doing that with his vital work to your mission, what is the plan for you guys? Because they've said basically if you could charm a noblewoman, you could probably get up there. You've also got the staircase option where Calium can possibly kind of miswalk up there, but the others couldn't get up there as well.
Sorry, go ahead.
I've got an idea. I saw you take your little magics and clean something before, right? So let's say that I accidentally spill a little bit of wine on one of these men's jackets, and I can take it from him like I'm gonna clean it, and then you clean it, and then you give it to the disguised elf man, and then he can go in here, woo a woman, walk up the stairs, kill one of the 100s, call it a day.
I like the way you think. Would you like me to bump you?
No, I'm a trained thief. I know how to do this. And so
really set yourself up there. That's
I merely wanted to give you the advantage.
I understand. I'm too proud for your advantage. All right. All right. So I'm gonna try to act like I pour wine all over, but I want to do it on someone that I recognize is about the same size as the disguise for the year.
Okay, yeah, you spot, reasonably sized guy kind of smoking away, and as you kind of walk in through, and that's when I said to them, why don't you just sell them all? And everyone's like, and roll me like a performance check to like slip on him.
Okay. All right, so I do this by. Wait, that's not what I. Let's see. Okay, I am on performance.
So just grab that die and drag it over to the chat box.
Yeah, it took me a while to get used to that.
The little die. There it is. Okay, got it.
Boom.
It's average.
It's about
Better than average.
It is exactly average.
I'm afraid you're by Dave's logic. It's exactly average. So you kind of like, you do slip on him. However, it doesn't look like the most like accidental thing necessarily. It does look a little bit kind of like an obvious stage fall sort of thing, as Hargund kind of spills his red wine over his nice jacket. And the guy just kind of like, you insolent little well.
I'm sorry, sir. I didn't mean to.
Bring me your manager. I want to have you fired on the spot.
Here, you can fire me after. Let me take your coat. I'll get it cleaned.
Do you know who I am? The guy takes off his coat and like flings it at you.
I grab it. I'll go get my manager. I'll go get him right now.
You better come back here. If I don't spot you, then I'll go looking for you.
I'm totally about to disappear in the crowd.
Yeah, he's like.
So I'm going to find the first instance that I can to just
absolutely, yeah. I mean, you can just like pull away and go to the other room where you can find Elvadine.
Okay.
I will presto it clean.
Nice. So yeah, you hey presto it, bang, and the dirt is gone. And prestidigitation would be a great like fabric cleaner product. So yeah, you kind of like sponsors out there. So,
Do you think Sham Wow guy?
Yeah.
It's totally dry. It's amazing.
Wow.
Sham wow.
Tide. Going holding out for Tide.
Apparently, Dave is brand loyal. We learn new shit every day.
Oh man, I want to live a day in Dave's seat and learn what it is. So you clean it, and you've got you put on a jacket, I guess, right? Because you do have a servant's outfit on underneath, Elvadine, and you are like out in the open, so getting changed necessarily isn't the easiest thing to do in front of everyone else.
Well, we were gonna let Calium.
Calium, you're right. Sorry. Yes.
Let's do this, buddy.
Yeah, he just fixed his eyebrows. I don't want to take this away from him.
So yeah, he just got him done today.
Nice.
And I'm great at picking up waitresses. That's how I met my wife. So let's do this, okay?
All right. I am ready. I am ready to roleplay as your wife. So, Calium, you not the weirdest thing we've tried, babe. You put on the. I can't look at Jim when I say this.
You broke him.
This happens every now and again.
This happens every week. So
There's something about my face.
It's like he looks like so naughty. Like he knows he's being naughty and he's laughing, but he doesn't stop. So, okay, I'm serious too. You put on the jacket.
You assume Englishman going naughty.
Naughty. You put, funnily enough, how I met my wife now. You put on your jacket, you assume the look, you kind of blend into the crowd. There are a bunch of different aristocrats around. Calium, you kind of have come from a noble background, so this is sort of, your whole shtick. What do you want to do?
So I'm gonna go find an average looking woman, nobody extravagant, right? And
wow,
we're gonna go woo her. We're gonna go
We
woo
talk-
her, right?
We're not still talking about your wife.
No, we are not talking about her. No.
I'm gonna find a woman with.
We're gonna woo her.
I'm gonna find the lowest self-esteem in the room.
You know what? That's a great plan, actually. Let's look for somebody who's a little bit more.
Profile real fast.
I'll make perception checks to find a very frumpy-looking woman. Is Alicia around?
This is the corner of the party kind of situation out where we're looking at here. Alicia isn't around. She is, trapped up in the kitchen at the moment. But there are, other servants who look, God, man, they look like they're not necessarily dating, I guess.
They look like they're not necessarily dating.
You guess. I mean,
He was trying to think of a good way to put it. He almost did.
Their odds are slightly lower than average that they're dating.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
Somebody go up to one.
And it is falling apart.
She's actually a 2. Okay.
I kind of look over at the dwarf and kind of give him a thumbs up for Hargund. So, was your father a king for a day? He must have been to make a princess like you.
She kind of look. She's a servant, right? So she looks at you and she's like, oh, my lord. No, I'm just a servant here. Can I get you something?
There's a lot of things that you could get me, if you know what I mean. Or better yet, there's some things I could get for you.
Oh, he's a creep.
We're gonna take this slow and creepy.
Elves.
Romeo.
Calium is not good at wooing people. He is not the most charismatic person you've ever met.
I wish someone would have told Hargund that before he hatched the plan.
That was the beauty of it.
Romeo persuasion check, Calium, see if there's anything there. You get advantage on this.
Oh, good, because I have a +0. The first roll's a 5. The second roll is a 19. Thank you very much.
There you go.
And I kind of struck my eyebrow a little bit.
Yeah.
So, what do you know of this?
It's actually the eyebrow
room?
What? Oh well. The kitchen, or do because there's some good jerky in there, or there's a broom closet that I visit often.
A broom closet that you visit often. Tell me more.
Well, I do a lot of sweeping, you see, and cleaning of things.
Did you know that I can actually balance a broom on my chin? I'm very nimble.
What a fucking bizarre thing to say.
I'm not sure where he's going with this.
The true story of how I met my wife was I balanced a broomstick on my chin while I was drunk at a bar with her. And
wow, yeah.
6 years later, here we are.
She says, "Oh, well, it's a very nice chin.
Strong.
It's quite
Hard.
yes, sculpted almost. Yes, but my lord, I'm just a servant. I'm not sure I'm the kind of woman that you're looking for. There are other women around here who.
What is your name?
This is their profession. My name. First name I looked up on my name bank is Brian.
Briana, listen.
Briana,
listen. I feel like I've been waiting my whole life for someone like you. Your beauty is just unappreciated in this room. And I take her by the hand. Please accompany me back to this back room. I would love to learn more about you.
Very well, but I have to be back soon.
I am a lord. You do not have to be anywhere that you do not wish to be so long as I say it.
Very well. What is your name, my lord?
It is Vandermouse. Lord Van der Mouse.
Of the Van der Mouse family.
Mice, Van der Mice, plural.
Sorry, sir. Excellent. Yes, let me accompany you to the broom closet.
I was only jesting. Tell me more about this back area, that we can talk a little bit more quietly.
Well, like I said, there's a broom closet that way, the kitchen, or there is that staircase.
I kind of point over to the back hallway. I mean back there.
Right. Yes, very well. I have a room there. She heads up. Servant's wing. Not very much, but
that would be fine. Briana, in just a moment, I have a few friends I would like to invite along. I'm gonna point back over to Hargund and give him the thumbs up.
I'm sorry. I know it's a thing on this show, but we can't make this a 4-way. Okay. Like, I'm sorry.
Oh my God. Perfect moment to introduce us. She looks towards your. Oh, I didn't realize that we'd be accompanied.
They're mostly just to watch and give me company.
My lord, do you need some help with something?
A great many things, yes, Hargund.
Don't you want to take the missus up the secret staircase to get upstairs?
Oh, right, yes, of course. Forgive me. Yes, Briana, why don't you lead me this direction, and I'll kind of point over to the staircase.
Listen, my lord, as your servant, I want to make sure that everything's safe for you up there.
Naturally, of course, yes.
So me and the other servant, and I motion to Pillar. Sorry. All right. So and I say, we're going to make sure that this is nice and safe for you, my lord.
Well, there's plenty safe. It's been clear.
Please, Briana, I have enemies everywhere. I'm a very wealthy man.
Oh, right, yes. Very well.
Mm.
You take the lead, I'll take the rear.
Very well. So we're going up the stairs?
I don't fucking know, bro.
Like
the hidden staircase.
This shit got sideways. Okay, the hidden staircase. Okay.
I thought we wanted to go upstairs where some of these people were.
Right, yes, the kind of the hidden lover's staircase, right, in the fireplace room of the gentleman in the suit, because Calium is currently dressed as that man.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I mean, otherwise he's just creeping for no reason.
Very, very true. But I thought the whole reason we needed to get him a jacket is servants aren't allowed in there.
Right.
That's the only reason I'm confused.
Right, so
he's a noble now.
Oh, okay.
He looks like a noble. He can do whatever he wants.
Lead the way, sir.
All right, so she kind of looks to you because this is like the non-servants area, and she'll be led by you by the hand, Calium, towards that. And one of the gentlemen in the smoking room, the jackets and cigars, you come back in and say, Ryla, did they get your jacket sorted in the end? Looking towards Calium.
Yes, I believe they did. He's gonna like totally not play it cool at this moment. He's kind of focused on other things, and so he's
Really? Yeah.
not doing a great job. Not those things, Will.
Roll me a deception check.
And do we see how many people are in here?
Oh, there are like 6 lords and ladies who are in here. It's like 10 feet away from like the main hall, so it's not really kind of like knock them all out and kill them kind of territory, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
What the DM says cannot happen. 15 for that deception.
I mean, You could definitely try, but it's likely to draw attention. 15 is pretty good. They're like, very good, very good. Where are you headed, Ryla? You're not going on the servants up there, are you?
It is none of your business, my friend. Sometimes duty calls.
Well, I understand.
Seemed like an
that.
awkward wink.
I understand that, my good friend, but why don't you take one of the better girls? I'll pay, really, that thing there. Are you sure?
I'm interested in Briana for her personality. Now, excuse me.
Her personality, dear Ryla. Come now. Last week I saw you in a room with 4 men, 7 women, and 3 monkeys. I mean, this is beyond the pale.
And hearing that through the door, I'll motion for Hargund to follow, and we'll like follow them in, like we're gonna follow them up the stairs.
This is so bad.
I see. Very well, but
and look very ashamed, like downcast. And
were we able to flag down Wyrme on the way up here? Because he has the.
Sure. Yeah, where is Wyrme at this point? Like,
so I
presumably
do have a question
inside a
about-
turkey somewhere.
You have a
about,
question.
the DM's interpretation of the sky self. It lasts an hour. The question is, can I change the illusion within that hour?
Yeah, sure. What do you want to change it to?
I will take on a feminine form
Uh-huh.
and accompany one of the gentlemen.
Describe to me this woman.
Okay, so she
You're not getting away with this easy.
as a very
What's her
short
measurements?
human woman or a very tall halfling woman, as the case may be, slender, long strawberry blonde hair, green eyes, very pale, and wearing. Oh, I can change the clothes too. So now I'm wearing like a pretty dress.
Nice. So it's like Dave Friant in female form.
Yeah, yeah, and I got a purse, and I definitely have a purse.
Yeah, nice. Very nice. The group of you are accompanied by this fine woman, which seems to deter some attention away. Very well, Riley, you're incorrigible. And they let you go up this kind of servant's entrance with this maid. So you get up there, and you are in like a waiting room, essentially. There are like 10 doors in here, like a really big kind of room that you've gone into. They lead to different wings of the house and to different private rooms. There are girls up here, and they would seem to be women of the night and courtesans up in these nice dresses with the kind of thigh slits going on. And they, kind of looks to them where they see you guys and sort of perk up their attention towards you to see if you have any interest in perhaps you are gentlemen who have come here to spend the evening here. So there are about 3 or 4 courtesans who are upstairs at this point.
Okay.
The maid, she's beginning to look a little nervous, to be honest.
I will go up and pull out some gold and tell the ladies that are up here that the gentleman down in the fireplace room would like some special attention.
Excellent.
For any of the other ladies that he didn't give a gold piece, I hand them a piece of jerky, and I say the exact same thing to them.
They know what to do with it.
Yeah, they know where that goes. They take it, and they'll head downstairs, leaving the room free. Goodness, what did I call this woman? Brianna, yes.
Briana, yeah.
Yes.
Briana.
Yes, that's right. She says, we're alone now.
Indeed, yes, we are. Give me a moment here. Why don't you go get something to drink over there? I kind of point to the little corner. Go grab a seat. I'm going to speak with my associates for a moment.
Right.
Yeah, yes, my lord.
She sits down. She's very nervous about what's going on here.
She should be. She should be.
After what you indicated.
All right, how do you want to do this?
Ajax.
Let's talk logistics. Top and tail. All right,
So
sorry,
what
go
is
ahead.
the plan? Just totally cold back into work mode? What is the plan?
Ellen needs to get word to Ajax. I will find a balcony and start the fireworks.
Yeah. Ajax is still in the kitchen pretending to wash dishes.
Briana, perhaps could
Yes.
you, what was
Not sure I caught your name.
My name is Pete.
Alicia might be Ajax.
Alicia, yeah.
Yes.
Perhaps you could go and get Alicia and tell her to come up here. She believes she's in the kitchen with the maitre d'.
Yes, Alicia. I could go find her.
Yeah, it's kind of short, kind of broad, 5 o'clock shadow. Yeah.
Roll me a persuasion check. Should go deeper down this rabbit hole.
Never mind.
She's like, yes, I'll be right back.
I just want to point out that is almost average.
It's almost average. I mean,
Almost average.
from a certain distance, you can't even tell the difference between almost average and average.
Can I chip in there at the end, Will, and kind of grab her by the wrist and be like, "Remember, I'm a lord. I expect an expedient return. I have a great memory for faces."
I'll roll me an intimidation check then.
For some reason, I have a plus to this. I also am almost average.
Just almost.
Just so close. So close to that
Oh
sweet.
God.
We're gonna need to go to AA meetings together, Cody. Almost average.
She's literally going to be that person that other servants talk about because she like quits in the middle of the shift and never comes back.
Yeah.
Is out, like walks off with a lord and then walks right out the door.
This is some fucking Downton Abbey shit, right?
Like people, after her to take the job, they're gonna be like, it's gonna be a Brienne when you
Watch
pull
out for
Brienne.
You call her Brienne.
She's just a total Brienne.
She should get her things and leave. I'm just saying.
Yeah, she
So she grabs some extra jerky and just leave.
yeah, she's like, yes, my lord. Doesn't seem that like scared of you. Like this kind of thing probably goes on quite a bit in these sort of places where lords just kind of like take what they want, sort of thing. So she heads downstairs. A few moments later, Ajax, as you are desperately counting the pumpkin seeds now at this point for the butler, as you've reached 579, this woman comes down. She says, Alicia,
Yes.
the gentleman has requested your presence.
Who, the gentleman? I don't understand. I was told to stay in here and count the pumpkin seeds.
Well,
Try not to look at her.
well, you see, this gentleman is a noble. He's specifically requested your presence. He said the one downstairs, tall, broad frame, 5 o'clock shadow, named Alicia, and well, you're the only one that could be upstairs. In the if you were to go through the secret lovers staircase.
Oh, yes. Let's do that then. I'm sorry, I didn't understand what you meant. Let's
go. No, well, I was wondering if maybe you could maybe you go up there and said that I got called away on a shift, perhaps.
Yes, that's fine. I will do that. And the Ajax will lean in real close and go, "You should really get out of here as fast as possible."
Yeah. She kind of looks.
I go upstairs now. I'll see them.
She kind of like gives you these sort of wide eyes, Ajax, and she's like, "Yes, what?
Run along. I have this, and I will get it."
Right. Should I take the pumpkin?
Yes, no, just leave the pumpkin seed. It's 579. I'll come back to it, but you need to leave just at the back, and I'll go upstairs.
Right, well, best of luck up there.
Thank you. Ajax will Ajax will make his way towards the lover's staircase.
Yes, indeed. Excellent. So you you head up there. As you're going, Alice, you have to get past the 5 or 6 lords or ladies in their smoking jackets and cigars down there, and they see you going towards the staircase.
Are they sufficiently distracted by the ladies of the evening that we just sent down there?
Indeed. They are with ladies, courtesans. If you want to get past them, Ajax, roll me a stealth check. You got advantage on this because they are distracted.
Nice. I'll take that.
Distracted.
Oh, well. It's only more than average. 14.
On average 14, excellent. So yeah, you've managed to like slip past them and you head up the staircase and you'll find your friends.
Okay, do you have the bombs, little worm creature? Do you have more?
I've already put them all around the room downstairs.
What if it don't get the people up here upstairs? Aren't these the ones that you want?
Most of the 100 are downstairs, right? And it's just the one dude that's upstairs.
Correct, yeah.
This is the one we want.
Yes.
And don't worry, besides, I have something else for them.
Yes. Falkreath is upstairs.
Here. And you get a weapon. And you get a weapon. And you get a weapon.
Wyrme Winfrey, everyone.
Is there any balconies overlooking the party area?
This room is just doors, but you could, like, if you were to look through some, you could maybe find a balcony which overlooks the party.
Yeah, so I guess like Wyrme will kind of like usher them towards the target after he disperses their weapons, and then he wants to go look for a balcony.
Nice. Okay.
I'm with you, Dave. So do we have sheets here, or do we have Wyrme? Wyrme, do you have any rope on you?
Of course. How much do you need? 50 feet, 100 feet, 150 feet.
Perhaps if I could make my way to a undisclosed balcony, I could lend a rope down.
Oh, you're not going to want to go back down there.
For you to climb up.
Oh, no, I don't need to go down either. I have a plan. As soon as Elle sends me the message that you guys are ready, I will set the fireworks off.
Very well.
And that will probably cause a distraction. Any guards he has, at least maybe some of his forces will be taken away. I like your thinking, Wyrme.
Oh, yes, that's a good idea, too.
But the blast won't hit us up here, right?
Absolutely not.
Wyrme, your calculations were specific this time, were they not? We don't want to have another incident.
My calculations are always specific. Although it helps when Tad is around to do his apprentice.
Mm.
Yeah, unfortunately for you, a lot of the turkeys are actually the central foundations of the whole place. When they go down, it all goes down.
It's all good. The house built on turkey.
That's it.
A house built on turkey shall not stand.
House ever.
So you've got all our gear in your magic bag, yes, Wyrme?
Oh, that's what he was just handing out.
All
Yeah.
Ajax is going to take a battle axe and a shield. He's going to rummage. Oh, that one. The other one. The one with the back spike.
Yes, of course.
Okay.
Well, I noticed that you were able to control your appearance and take on a different form. Was that easy to do?
Yeah, you just have to know the right questions to ask.
DM,
Hello.
is there a possibility that that I'll be able to duplicate that ability as well? Yes, no, maybe.
Which ability in particular would you?
I'm under disguise self at the moment. Would I be able to change my appearance?
Sure.
Yeah, cool, wonderful.
What do you want to look like?
I'm not going to change anything yet.
Okay.
I'm gonna wait to do it.
Okay. Okay. So Wyrme kind of picking your eyes through one of the, I mean, you kind of figure out the geography. One of the doors to the right, as you guys are kind of on the left-hand side, you can see one of these doors looks over into a balcony. However, there is a guard. His back is turned to you at the moment. He's kind of looking out over the veranda.
All right, I am going to like hide in that area.
Okay. You'll kind of just be kind of snuck up behind him in a corner.
Yeah.
Okay. If you want to enter in, roll me a stealth check. Yeah, you have advantage. He's not looking at you.
What could possibly go wrong?
Many, many things, my friend.
Nice.
25.
Baby. Yeah. So Wyrme kind of like opens the door, a crack, slithers in, and hides in a corner behind a guard. You hear him grumbling about not getting paid enough for this shit.
Vadin will do a subtle suggestion over after hearing the guard grumble about his pay. I'm going to give him a suggestion to go talk to his boss about getting a raise. He should do that. He should go right now to tell his boss that he deserves a raise.
Or he's going to totally Briana's place.
Yeah.
Bring it down.
Yeah. Okay. He has to make a wisdom save.
Yes. Yes.
Let's see what he gets. All right. Yeah. DC 15 or something like that, right?
DC 15, correct.
Nice. In which case, yeah, he kind of grumbles and then his finger burns like, I should do something about that. Yeah, workers' rights. And he kind of like heads off in another direction, so he kind of clears the area for you. Have a conversation somewhere about his boss, with his boss.
All right, Wyrme will stay hidden and take up position near the balcony.
All right. You can oversee the party at this point. Opposite you there on the balcony, there are also like other guards. They're not really looking at you. They're kind of looking down on the area, making sure everything's clear and no one's causing any fuss. You're pretty sure that you can see Briana down there. And it's like furiously counting pumpkin seeds from the kitchen. And there are other nobles around, but everything seems to be kind of like chill on the party at this point. Nothing seems to be going on. So you got a good line of sight. What do the rest of you guys want to do?
Well, Ajax is armed and doesn't want to draw attention to himself, so he's probably just going to wait until violence and then come out swinging.
So what is the plan here? Should we? Are we looking for this faux crest or whatever his name is?
Falkreath, yes. We must find him and slay him.
So if I can find him and point him out to you, then we can be done with our business.
Oh, his face does not leave my memory. No doubt. It haunts me. But yes, if you find him and you see him, point him out. Please.
I'm just saying that maybe I can keep me servant's jacket on, and I can go in and serve him some jerky, and I can tell you where he's situated.
That sounds like a wonderful plan. Let's put it into motion.
All right, so where we are, I think we can see down into the balcony.
Down the balcony.
So I'm assuming there's another hallway that maybe...
Yeah, if you were to basically head forwards from here, there's a long hallway you can see through the kind of keyhole. There are a couple of guards down there who seem to be kind of like passing in and across different rooms. So there is a kind of like rotation as they kind of just do their rounds, basically, where you can try and pass through. And you can see through down the end of the hallway, there's another staircase leading upwards to the top floor, which is where you've heard that Falkreath hangs out.
Okay, so I want to, I say, you guys stay here. I'm going to scout ahead. If I'm not back in 10 minutes, you all come and rescue me, because listen, I'm valuable to Sal, and I'm not to be just left here. especially if this place is about to explode. But I'll be back. Don't worry about it. And so then I kind of walk out the door, servant's coat still on. I've got jerky, got a bag of jerky. There's no serving plate anymore, but I've got a bag of jerky. And so I take my jerky sack and I come down the hallway. So I'm going down the hallway.
Yeah.
My plan is I want to try to avoid guards, and I just want to kind of slip through and get to the staircase if I can.
Okay.
Try to sneak past, but then I have a contingency if I am discovered.
Okay. Roll me a stealth check then, first of all.
Okay. Let's see.
Holy jerky count. Damn it.
Damn.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Still slightly above average.
It's slightly above average.
I mean, it's not a 4, but it's still slightly above average.
Anything above 4 is actually better than average for you, because 4 is the average. If you took the mean of all of the rolls from the show, it comes down to 4. So yeah, you kind of headed through, and you got your bag with you, and you try to go unseen past these hallways. And by the way, in these hallways, there are like the side rooms, and in the side rooms, it's like small. It's like a small gallery almost. There's like paintings that are up. It's pretty worth a lot of money. There are glass cabinets with jewelry in them, which would be worth a fair penny. You don't spot any of the eggs. You've heard that they're up on the most protected floor, but there is certainly very nickable stuff here. One of the guys kind of like spots you, and he's like, "Oi, what are you doing up here?"
I've got news for Lord. I think his name is Folcrest.
Folcrest.
Yeah, that's the one. Me manager told me that I needed to come right away and send a message to him.
What's the message?
We've got intruders here at the party.
Intruders? Who?
I'm supposed to tell only Lord Falqueef himself.
Right. Well, Lord Falkreath has said that no one else is meant to see him except from us lot. So thanks for passing on the message, pal.
Except for his mother-in-law. Is that what you said?
What? No, his mother-in-law had a tragic accident with a pumpkin seed. We don't talk about her.
Sorry to hear that. Listen, I'm supposed to just tell him. So can he come down here to hear the message?
I will pass on the message for you. I'll give it to my superior officer. He's currently having a conversation right now about his pay.
Oh, okay.
They're in a meeting right now. It's, yeah, we're thinking about unionizing.
Understood. All right. Well, I'll just wait here for when you come back.
Right, you wait here. I'll go get him. And he calls, "Oi, Blighty, keep an eye on him." And
you don't have to
there's
keep an eye on me. I'm completely harmless. Would you like some jerky?
jerky. What kind?
The best kind. And I open the bag a little bit and just kind of put it up into his nose.
Well, that sounds like good jerky right there. Yeah.
Nice and peppered.
All right, I'll be right back. He says, "Oi, Blake, have some of this jerky. It's real good stuff." And he kind of goes off into a side room, and there's a door in that way from where you can hear the kind of muffled talks of, "No, you are not unionized, sir. No, no." And the other guy's like, "Oh, you have to have more pay, sir." And the other guy kind of comes up. He's a shorter chap. He's like, "All right, we've got some jerky here, is it? Yeah. Try some of it. Not bad. So, come here often?"
This is my first rotation.
Yeah. It's all right, isn't it, this gig?
You been here long?
Oh, yeah. About a year now. Yeah. It's pretty boring stuff. No one comes by, but gotta watch out, make sure no one steals all the shit, you know?
What's the deal with this Fort Chris? What's his story?
Falkreath or some shit. I don't know. Some kind of war general and whatnot. Member of the 100, so...
Member of the 100? I didn't know that I pulled that kind of gig.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He doesn't really come out much anymore, though. He's kept himself locked away in study these days, so kind of boring, but, you know, it's like eccentric old fucks just hanging around.
Understood. Well,
He like hangs out. He's like, yeah. He's like really interested in eye contact. He's one of those people that's just like way too much interest in like having a conversation with you.
Yeah. So you heard like Alicia go downstairs?
I've heard of it. What do you think's taking him so long?
Yeah, she's real hot, that one. Oh, I don't know. They're probably talking about the unionize and stuff. Yeah, it's been on the books for a while now. You know, a bunch of us been talking about it for some time, and well, it just feels like the right time to have a conversation with the big man about it. You know, so right time, right place. Yeah, you know what? This jerky has empowered me.
What a sentence.
This jerky has empowered me. You know, I think I'm going to ask out Alicia girl.
You ought to do that. Listen. I don't normally shame anyone like this, but I've heard that she is somewhat easy.
Really?
So you should be able.
Low self-confidence, kind of.
I don't know about that. Maybe she just likes it. But good luck, mate.
All right. Well, tell you what, they're taking a little while, and since you gave me this jerky, do you know where she is?
The guy looking down over the balcony area.
Might go ask her. You know, whilst my confidence is high and whilst hers is low.
I believe she was counting pumpkin seeds.
Classy.
And he's like,
just don't go anywhere, right? Because they'll have me head.
I'll be right here. Scout's honor.
You're a good man. Good man.
And he guy claps you on the shoulder. He like grabs a little bit more jerky on the way, and he set himself back down on the way that Calium and Ajax and Vadin are. So he's kind of coming in your direction. He's kind of like bowling down there, you know, like it's not a scene in Spider-Man 3. It's like
where he's like emo walking.
Never mention that again.
Jesus Christ.
So we can see him? Are we in a separate room or something?
And damn you for reminding me that movie exists.
That was like my 12th birthday, so that movie.
I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
How old is Dave?
I now feel old.
So he's coming down the hallway. You guys are like at the end of the hallway past the door, so you can like see him coming through the keyhole, and you're in the kind of like central square area of the 10 different rooms. Wyrme was hiding in one of them, so you can easily like jump to the side if you want to avoid this guy.
I mean, if he's a guard, I'd prefer to avoid him.
Yeah. I'm just gonna hide behind. I'm sure there's curtains and.
If you can hide, Ajax, aren't you like loaded up, man?
Well, I figure that he's got his battle axe hidden under his skirt, and he's carrying his shield like a serving tray.
Because that's what you do.
Because there's always something a little extra under the dress.
The battle axe is keistered. It's okay.
Well, he's got long skirts. It just hangs down between his legs.
I want to watch this guard until he's doing it again. I want to watch this guard until he rounds a corner, and then I'm going straight for the staircase.
Nice, yeah, absolutely. So you watch him go, and you're just gonna like bolt for the staircase as soon as possible. So the group of you hiding and just let him go, right?
Yeah.
It's like a fucking bell tower underneath Ajax's skirt.
He just has to walk very carefully so it doesn't swing.
Does your axe hang low? Does it wobble to a foot? Has it been about 10 minutes yet since
absolutely
is
absolutely and you kind of let this guy go. He's like swaggering, he's eating some jerky, and you look down the hallway and you see like Hargund going up the staircase. Looks clear.
Okay. Well, then we'll go ahead and follow him. Yeah, we'll go ahead and move up. To the next staircase.
Wyrme, you're still with us at this point, right?
No, I am hiding at the balcony.
Yeah, I was like,
I'm waiting for Elle to message me when you guys are ready to bust in on.
Let's move.
Yeah.
All right. So you head up the staircase, and let us move to our map from Dungeon Painter Studio.
Dun, 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 dun.
Excelsior.
Do you want to put us wherever we are?
For
man?
glory. Yeah, do I need to share this again for you guys?
You don't need to share it.
Well, then I won't. You guys are right down the south. In fact, Hargund's first. If you go all the way down south, you should see it.
Oh, Will, this is such a beautiful map. Whatever did you make it in?
I made it in Dungeon Painter Studio.
Is that on pyromancer.com?
I believe it is. Funnily enough. Weirdly enough.
Can you
bizarre.
pick that up on Steam?
I believe you can. For the low price. I don't actually know how much it
$14.99.
Yeah. It's like 15 quid, something like that.
We're very appreciative, Adam. We're very, very appreciative.
So you guys enter into this beautifully handcrafted, elegantly designed, quick to make, ergonomically detailed. Doesn't make any sense. And oops, sorry, that guy teleported. You see a guard down the end. He is currently looking off. I don't know how I do directions in this game, but he's looking off to the right. So let's just move him like that. So he's kind of looking off towards this area. And Hargund at this point is probably about here, down this kind of quite dark little hallway with the bare heads on either side. And you can see to the right there are two guards down here who are looking this way. Is how we'll denote this. Looking off to the left. So were you to enter down this corridor here, you would see, were you to step here, for instance, then these guys would see you. There is a doorway to your northeast, which leads into some other chamber there. And there is a chamber off to the left as well. And a door case to the left as well. So you see your friend step in 5 minutes after you, as you've been kind of scoping out the place.
I just turn around and do this right here to them.
I mean, we can all clearly see this guard in front of us, right?
Absolutely, yeah. He hasn't currently looked at you guys, but he's well within line of sight.
So I'm afraid that this entire room is a lot bigger than I thought it would be. And so I don't think we can just walk out here, and we've got to come up with a plan.
I thought the plan was the distraction below.
Is that going to be it? I mean, I'm fine with that. But what's the plan after it goes boom? Are you just sprinting toward Falkreath and messing him up? And what, we're going to escape out the latrine? What are we going to do?
Well, I can fly, so I planned on that.
Well, that's special, Pumpkin. The rest of us can't fly, can we?
Apparently not.
There is definitely rooftop access from here.
The plan was always Ajax. Let him loose up here.
We can cut our way out. Go back down the sewers.
We've faced worse, haven't we, my friend?
Indeed.
But this building is adjacent to others that we could move to, yes?
Of course.
Well, I say we drop the building underneath us and move to another.
There's definitely rooftop access if you wanted to jump to other rooftops from here, and eventually you could find a sewer to get back, probably. Or you
All
can
right.
go back to the shore.
We can do that.
Are you ready for the message?
Yes. Let us. And I'll just kind of duck down the hallway and send a quiet message to Wyrme.
Yeah, Wyrme. Let's cut back in time just like a minute or so to Wyrme, who's like watching all of this stuff happen. You notice increased guard activity downstairs, Wyrme, as you're watching. All of these guys are armed, and increased kind of like activity on the balconies as well. The guys with bows who are up on the roof seem to be coming down. So it's definitely something that you're aware of. Like the guard is definitely doubled for some reason.
But they're on the ground level.
There are some of them on the balcony, kind of like opposite you. They're not looking at you. There's like a.
Is it a half wall or is it a ballast?
Yeah, you got like a half wall that you can kind of like hide behind, so no one's gonna spot you. You can.
Okay, so you know why he's sitting there, and when it's getting close to the time, he will take a couple of flasks of alchemist oil or alchemist fire and just set them on the half wall.
Okay.
And he reaches into his bag of holding and pulls out his thunder cannon and rests it against the wall, and he's picking out his targets below the centerpieces he had set earlier.
Nice. Okay.
Cool.
And then like a minute later, you get a message. What does it say?
Let us hear your roar.
Okay, so what he does is one, that lets me give you a message back, right?
Yes.
Okay, so yes, it is time, and also there's something happening below, so I think now is the best time. So I sweep the barrel of the thunder cannon across the half wall, knocking all the alchemist fire off of it.
Nice.
And then I take aim on one of the centerpieces and start firing at the different ones that I've laid out below.
Nice. Okay. Roll me an attack roll
What could possibly go wrong?
to hit your main turkey.
That is.
So do I get advantage for attacking, an inanimate object?
Yeah. I mean, this is how much chaos does this called? How well do you hit the centerpiece object that you've got lined up, filled to the brim with filled with cavities with IEDs?
That's
Nice.
a 23.
Nice. So a huge explosion kind of ricochets off down in the central ballroom with a shattering of glass and the shattering of turkey as well, and the screams of those who are nearby who've been blown up or injured, and the shouts of guards as the confusion goes around. This is a freak accident. This is some kind of attack. So there is chaos, which can be audibly heard upstairs where the rest of the party are right now.
The name for the episode, Shattering of Turkey and Dreams.
Shattering of turkey. I love it. All right. And you're going to shoot the others as well, correct?
Yeah, I'm just going to keep blowing them away, creating mass havoc.
So eventually the guards are going to be able to like pin down where this is coming from, because you are shooting with a thunder cannon, correct?
Oh yeah, it's very loud. Although I think I think the noise would ricochet around.
Yeah. There's definitely some, the acoustics in this place play to your advantage. But eventually you are going to spot the guy with the thunder cannon in the room. So you kind of boom, 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 and start blowing everything up downstairs. Nobles run screaming. Everyone starts fleeing away. The guards begin to go like point over in the direction where you are. We'll cut back up to the party.
I make myself look like the guy that went in to argue for a raise.
you shout, Eli, like, we're not getting paid enough for this shit. You look like the guy who's gone fucking AWOL after you didn't get your pay raise. This is for Alicia. I'm gonna Briana this shit. So you start causing havoc.
Briana this place down.
Briana the shit out of this place. you actually see Briana just like fuck it and run. She grabs a turkey under one arm. She grabs a handful of pumpkin seeds and she just starts fucking going. And she's out of here. Straight out the front doors as people are flooding out. Back upstairs. The group of you, Hela's kind of boom, 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 kind of go off from below, and the guards hear that as well, and they are going to begin heading down the staircase you'll be able to see on the east, and they basically start to head in that direction. They're kind of like, come on. This guy is going as well.
Like scooting across.
They kind of yeah, they Scooby-Doo it out of there. However, this guy will come down here as well. The rest of them are going to remain put. They kind of call back, make sure the full creep is watched. So you've cleared up most of this area at this point.
Looks like that worked.
All right.
Let's do this. Is Ajax just going to charge in, or we're gonna count on Hargund?
I think we let him loose. I don't know what's up here.
Yeah, I don't either. If they're all running towards the left or to the right there towards the staircase, Ajax is going to go just like straight ahead.
Ruin someone's
Rusty
day.
shield. Yeah. Got a shield, and he's still gonna like try to. I don't know if he should. I don't think he's gonna try to deceive me. By deception's off, he rips the battle axe from out underneath his skirt, rages, runs into the room straight ahead.
Yeah, just kind of.
I'm envisioning he's naked from the waist down now, and it's like a white flag, flying through the air with this battle axe.
The skirt comes off with it.
Hargund's face is just covered up by this like white towel that he takes back off. You see Ajax's bare ass running down the hall.
Got a bit of a musty smell to
it. Yes, chat. Ajax has been wearing a skirt this whole time. All right.
Ladies.
He's fighting like the Spartans did.
All right, here we go. So if he can make it to about here, I don't know how far that is.
All right, absolutely. Let's roll some initiative, because as Ajax comes bearing down the hallway, the guards are going to be cooled down, bear being the optimal word, I suppose. Let's roll some dice. Do it. Oh, that is below average for them. Good.
Yeah, my initiative was just a little above average, slightly above average.
Slightly above.
That's actually how I know down initiative these days.
Yeah.
Oh, slightly above average. S-O-S-A-O. All right, let's see. Calium, what'd you get a?
I swear to God, it's like missing off my sheet here. Give me 1 second. There we go. There it is.
Well, you don't get a turn. Then.
Right. A very impressive 7 is the result.
Nice. Very impressive. Very impressive. 7 for Calium. Elvadine, what did you get, my friend?
I have a 12.
12. Didn't want to do that. 12 for Elvadine. Hargund.
5.
5. Oh, no. Wyrme. Oh, Wyrme actually didn't need to roll advantage. Actually, let's do Wyrme, because we'll cut back to Wyrme's like little
I got an 8.
skirmish while we're doing it as well. Wyrme on an 8, and then Ajax.
I got 12.
Nice. Dex is higher than Elvadine's.
I think it's the same.
Okay. I guess Ajax can go first, thing as he was the one running down the hallway.
Cool.
Let's put you there. So we got Ajax up first. Luckily for you guys, these guys rolled far below average as well. Ajax, Elvadine, Wyrme. Actually, we'll cut back to Wyrme at the end of each turn, I think. Calium, Hargund, your dex bonus? Or your dex guys?
3.
Okay, so you beat these guys. Nice. So we've got Ajax, Elvadine, Calium, Hargund, the guards, and at the end of each turn, we'll come back to Wyrme to see what he's up to. All right, Ajax, you can take your turn from this point. We'll say that the lead up to your run up was basically them noticing where you are.
Gotcha. All right, so now's not the time for half measures. So Ajax goes full frenzied rage and charges this guy who's right in front of him.
No half measures.
No half measures. All right, here we go. And he is going to reckless attack this guy.
Oh,
that's a nat 20.
Look at that.
Nat 20.
Look at that.
Pretties around.
Ooh. All right. There we go. That's not bad. 18 damage.
Very nice. Damn, actually, yeah, okay. You like cleave through this guy. He doesn't die, but he's these guys as well. For a quick description, heavily armored, black and gold, male suits that they're in. Wield a variety of claymores, great swords, long swords, shields on their side. Pretty well trained. But this guy like really suffers a hit. Is not expecting. It's kind of like his sword is stuck in his scabbard as you're coming towards him. He's like, "Ugh!" And then he just like takes a massive hit to his side as you come in there.
All right, so I'm going to hit him with my second attack. See if I can knock this guy down. 23 to hit.
23 is a hit.
And I forget my rage bonus is that it should have been 20 damage.
20 damage, you're right, yeah.
I do not have that. And then that's going to be 7 damage as a follow-up.
Nice. How do you want to kill this guy?
So I come at him with a battle axe for my first hit and like get him right in the chest, and then I just want to like slam his head against the wall with my shield, and just crack his melon wide open.
Nice. With a sickening and satisfying squelch, his head is caved in by Ajax. This guy on the left kind of like calls for the rest of the guards. Yeah.
If I have like, because I have like a 40-foot move speed, is it possible for me to get over to this other guy as well, use my remaining bonus attack?
Sure.
Because this, well, you guys did ask me to go all out on these people.
Yeah, Ajax is going all out.
All right, here we go for another one. I don't know. 12's probably not going to hit.
12 ain't going to do it. You get close enough towards him, just within range, but he manages to, it just kind of like comes off his metal breastplate, basically. And just kind of clumps off.
All right.
All right, then. So, yeah, this guy, he's like, they got Gary, 2 weeks off retirement.
Oh, no. Gary.
Not the union. Elvadine, the union that you have started are coming towards you at this point.
Okay, so yeah, so
Inadvertently
he killed Gary, and now he's on Minji. I'm going to move up 30 feet, and assuming that there's a lot of people coming towards us, I'm just going to make just one move up and cast Mirror Image to get my defenses in place.
Alrighty.
And that's the end of my turn. So 30 feet, would that be like right about meow?
Oh, I like how this kind of moves slowly and onerously towards where it's going. Oh yeah, it's quite exciting, really, isn't it? It's kind of watch it slowly moving.
Well, that's weird. So yeah, I'm gonna move right about there, just so I have kind of line of sight into the next round.
I'm coming. Yes, absolutely.
Eventually, I will get there.
Excellent. All right, that is Elvadine. That takes us over to Calium.
Okay, so that was 30 feet. I'm going to mistwalk, so just gone right back up in front of him. And I'm going to take the dodge action, which I'm actually going to take and declare. Snap.
A declaration of dodging has been made.
Where is he? And then, yeah, that's it. It's in my turn.
All right. Chill him. Guys, chill him. Hargund.
All right, so if that's about 30, can I get to the guy where Ajax is if I use my canny action?
Yeah, absolutely. You could also throw open his. Yeah, if you went to the left and throw open that door, you could definitely get a line of sight of him.
Okay.
Just a move action, yeah.
All right. Well, I'll just move. I will wink at this woman in this room behind me, and then I will kick open that door and level the crossbow. Am I within 30 feet?
Absolutely.
Okay. I will attack.
Yeah, maybe. You kind of. She's like, "Oh, good lord, thieves! Oh, ruffians!
All right.
We spoke away in panic. Oh.
Bam!
Philip, call the house.
If I did that right, I rolled a 20 crit.
That does look correct.
No, that's a straight up crit.
That's straight up crit.
That's not even a dirty 20. That's
that's
clean. It's a clean 20. All the damage.
Take. Wait, how do I double it on here?
You can.
Or do I just roll it again?
You can like right click and do.
It auto does it when you.
It is.
It knew. That was great. Way to go, Fantasy Grounds.
Well, Fantasy Grounds is a great virtual tabletop. I'm glad we're using it.
It really is. It's nice that it automatically knows that. All right, so there's that damage, and then I've got sneak attack, right? And that will be doubled as well.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So how do I get extra dice? I can't remember that.
Right click.
If you right click on the die you want, and then you can like select the number.
Okay, so all right, I'm gonna have to do this twice though. So it's whatever that is plus.
You may have to do some math here. It's okay though.
So it's
23 and 17. So yeah, that's 40.
Sounds like 40. How do you kill this guy?
Basically, as Ajax runs over, and I barely get to see him swing through, and it looks like the guy's going to come back down around while his defenses are opened up a little bit. I just put a bolt right through both of his eyes, through the side of his head, and then I kind of look up and nod at Ajax.
Ajax gives him a crazy eye.
Kill Stealer.
Yeah. Lights his shield.
When I see that, I just kind of pucker up.
All that emotion he lacked earlier, it's oozing out
It
now.
always comes out in the fight. It always comes out in the fight.
Really does. Really does. All right, so you kind of this guy through the head and he just slumps down. Crazy look, and then turns to the guards who are going to take their turns to move down towards the group of you. This guy has managed to flip himself on his head. As they slowly move their way down the corridor towards you guys.
I'm trying not to zoom too far out on the map right now, bud.
I'm coming.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, I haven't really figured out the whole line of sight stuff.
there is a way. It's
I saw that there was. Oh, I think I might. Yeah. Oh no. Yep.
Yep, there it goes.
I did a thing.
That's it.
There she goes.
Gone.
Nice.
I have no idea what I'm doing. Wait, everything's gone.
And then you can
Oh
either
wait, no, it's
clear out
crashing.
boxes or hit shift or control to either do like a draw tool that will erase the fog.
And we definitely need something here because we just left the audience. Gone.
Somebody
What did
cast
I
fog cloud.
do? So I press the pencil one. Is that right, Jim Does?
Yeah, I think so.
And then I just click.
You should just be able to like drag a box that'll clear out the fog.
Oh my god, this is intense.
I have no idea what I just did.
Jeopardy music.
I've gone into the Matrix here, boys. Oh, now Fancy Grounds is all load. Oh no!
Oh no!
I clicked the wrong button, boys. I
blew it
screwed
up.
it. I just like spent all this time making this map. I'm like, man, everyone's gonna love this map. Like, wow, Dungeon Page Studio is so easy to use. And I pressed a button and I fucked it.
It just shows you how easy Dungeon Pater Studios is, because Will fucked it pretty quick.
All right. Well, I'm gonna work on this while if Fancy Grounds does not respond. Oh, I love technology.
The build up.
All right. Well, we'll leave that we'll leave that cooking in the background for a little while. And these guys move basically. Let's cut back to Wyrme. Wyrme, what are you doing? Wyrme's not on the map. Let's spend 20 minutes talking to Wyrme.
So Wyrme will just. So I want to keep my eyes out to see if people are starting to come up the stairs or not. But until that happens, I'm just going to keep popping up over top that half wall and just take another shot at one of the other explosives until that room is just totally going up. Or if I see anyone running for the stairwell, then I'll try and pick them off.
There is definitely a group of them that are kind of like spotting the kind of bows onto you at this point. They've kind of like, they're calling guys up towards your area. So there are guys running up a staircase towards you, and there are dudes who are taking aim at you. So you could definitely try and take a pop at those guys. Anyone you want, ready?
Okay, I'm a little bit less worried about the guys actually taking aim at me. And more worried about the ones that might be heading for the stairs. I got, probably like 3/4 cover anyway from the wall.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely.
So, all right. Well, for whatever reason, Fantasy Grounds chose this moment to shut down for me and restart.
Yeah,
I did it. I accidentally penciled on everything.
Oh, yeah.
How do I pen on? Oh, I can. Oh, no. Yes.
No.
Get rid of that for me, please, Fantasy Grounds.
Oh, yeah. And I have to remember, put in the chat the thing again. I remember like 3/4.
Oh, yes.
No one say it out loud.
Yeah, I was going to say.
That's what I was thinking.
No. Yeah, scroll up to the top. I typed it
I
in.
almost
Oh,
said
never
that.
Okay.
I
Cool.
think it's password it.
Yeah. That's it.
All right, I'm learning.
That's right, people. We are doing this live. That's
We do
right.
it live.
Don't worry, I'm actually learning Fantasy Grounds as we play. So
Jesus
this is I'm doing it, boys. Let's go.
Nice,
I gotta make
nice.
sure that I'm not streaming this to everybody.
Good effort.
No,
I
it's
typed this in.
intense.
Yeah, don't edit this out.
It's like watching monkeys put blocks together.
Nothing is better to show that this is a real D&D game than just a little bit of a hiccup in the middle.
A little fuckery.
I got it.
Go take out the trash.
Times will take out the trash.
So I guess now is a quick moment while we're waiting for this to load up. So we will be back next week, by the way, guys. The show's not over or anything like that. We're going to stream next week on the 3rd, on January 3rd, and then we decided the cast will do a quick Q&A. So we'll do a hangout like we did last season. So you guys can just come hang out with us after the show and then ask us questions about the show, figure out what's going on, all that jazz. And then we will be off the week after that on January the 10th for PAX South, because a few of us are going to be going to PAX South. I know WebDM's going to PAX South. I'm going to be down there in San Antonio. I can't wait to hang out with you guys in person, grab a few beers.
We got a great time.
There may even be a possibility of some hangouts and meetups and stuff like that. That's in the wind at the moment, but make sure you're following WebDM on Twitter. Make sure you're following me on Twitter, because if there's going to be any types of hangouts and stuff like that down in at PAX South and you're going, we'll announce them there. So that's what's going on.
Well, there you go.
Guys.
Excellent. Let's see then. Let's see if. All right. Well, I've got connection success on Fancy Grounds again, so with any luck, should be able to load back in.
Adam, this is the best show we've ever had.
Yes.
I think it's all you, bud.
It obviously has to be.
Like awesome overload. Can't take it all.
Alabama charm.
We just want to apologize now for things that have been said tonight.
I make no apologies.
I mean, it's just really all very uncouth. I don't. It's really too much for my sensibilities. So
Just please don't tell our sponsors.
Yeah, they don't actually watch the show.
They don't watch.
Thankfully, one of them is busy streaming his own game tonight.
That's true. That's true. Okay, we're loading back in here.
All right, come on,
Stuff
Fancy.
is happening.
We're doing this, baby. We're doing. There we go. Oh man, I've even got like the dynamic lighting set up. Like, oh,
Beautiful,
Ooh.
beautiful.
what a beautiful tool. It's all on the other.
Also, guys, that was a great time to start submitting all of those magnificent titles for the show for YouTube later. So if you guys got some titles, I was a fan of Briana Down the House. It was pretty good. Let's see what you guys come up with.
I want something involving jerky. I feel
Something involving jerky would be really good, or eggs. Scramble at the
eggs.
mansion, maybe.
Oh.
Jerky and eggs, baby.
Let's see if you guys can beat Pruitt this week.
All right, we should be back on in.
Yeah, we're loading
I'm
back
loaded
in.
up.
Excellent stuff.
So close. So close.
So close, I can taste it.
All right,
And
give
we'll,
us a little share here on the map, please, sir.
Oh, you got to reach. There we go. Share sheet. There you go, boys.
Looks good.
Yep. Well,
Look
yeah.
at those blocks.
It's actually really easy to do.
It's really easy to.
It's really easy when
It's
you know.
really easy once you know.
When you know what the fuck you're doing. I started penciling the whole map like a child. Like it's
So, all right. So I got like a bunch of guys running around as
bunch of guys.
targets. Are all the explosives going off now, or are there some of them
Yes.
still not have gone off?
There are a few explosives that haven't gone off. If you want to cause even more pandemonium downstairs,
That's
unless
what
you're
I
going to be
wanna
killing nobles down there. Yeah, absolutely.
I just remember in my head, Ajax going, "We're going to cause chaos
yeah.
and mayhem,"
This is
and I don't want to let Ajax down because he scares me a little bit.
yeah.
Understandable. All right, throw me an attack roll against.
Ajax and Wyrme need to have their own buddy movie.
So that's a 17 to hit one of the explosives.
Ooh, nice. So another kind of concussion goes out, and more turkey is blasted across the chamber onto the lords and ladies. Some of them are
Jerky
blown
and
up,
eggs,
but
baby.
That's it. That's it. They take a solid pounding from your explosives. A couple of guys are going to shoot over at you. That's a natural one. This other guy is going to get a 15 against you. It's not going to hit, right? This guy's going to critically hit though, because that's just the kind of dude that he is, you know. Kind of guy he is. Take 11 points of damage. Worm. There's a shot just kind of twangs across the chamber and into your sides, even for your cover there. All right.
The pain.
Yeah, there are more kind of guards that are sort of like headed over in your direction more, and arrows are being sort of pointed in your direction, you think. All right, let's take it over back to Ajax. Let's top of round 2.
All right.
Bunch of guys in your face.
Bunch of guys over here.
Just like you planned. Just some
what he
hot,
wanted.
big, sweaty dudes and a lot of metal.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Right up in your
So
face.
Ajax is going to run into the midst of them and start swinging. And of course, we all know Ajax doesn't fight fair. He goes after legs, limbs, all that kind of stuff.
That's right.
You're not even going to mess with it. Attacking recklessly
Nice.
and going for this guy on my left first, on Ajax's left.
I think Circle Jerky is a strong contender.
I got 21 to hit that guy.
I regret it. Sorry.
Gotta get that clickbait.
Oh, we clipped
like
it, buddy. We clipped the shit out of it.
It's like the thumbnail is just a picture of all of us and a turkey and a question mark in the middle of us. All right, let's see.
21 to hit.
21 to hit is
first attack.
definitely gonna hit this guy.
Definitely gonna hit. 6 damage. It's like my minimum damage.
That is pretty low. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty lame.
He takes the hit.
Do better, Ajax.
You got a second attack?
One. Oh, that's not good at all. 9 to hit.
Nine. Mine is
You know
9.
what? Ajax is feeling lucky tonight. He's gonna re-roll that one. I am not gonna have a 3.
Yeah,
How
okay,
dare you,
nice.
sir? How very dare you?
It's rude, sir.
Rude.
I will not have it.
So 24 for my second attack.
Stand for this. Yes, a 24 is a hit.
That's better. 12 damage.
12 damage for a total of 18 damage. You had your ragey bonus on?
And then I'm going to use my bonus attack for the same guy. And I'm just going to beat this guy into the ground.
Just fucking
Oh,
beating
man.
like he's a piece
Should have
of
been a
jerk.
champion. Should have been a champion. 25 to hit.
25 is going to do it.
Or 13 damage.
Ooh, that's enough to take him down. Describe this assault of attacks upon this gentleman.
So
Cody.
Ajax just like hammer blows him with this axe, just like pounding whatever armor or shield he has till it breaks through and just like collapses this guy to the ground, taking his arm off in the
Nice.
process.
Yeah, he just kind of screams in horror as his arm is just ripped out, at first from his socket and then from its holding in his body entirely, and it's on the floor all over the really nice carpet. Salvador would be enraged. All right, Elvadine, it is your turn, my friend.
Okay, I assume we don't really need to maintain the concentration on that suggestion spell. That ship has sailed. So it's done its job. We've
Good job.
done his
yeah.
damage.
Oh yeah, I was supposed to. I'm gonna start talking like Bernie Sanders now. Sorry. I'm going to cast Melf's magic meteors. No. No, I'm gonna cast Melf's minute meteors.
All the spells, it's 1%.
The 1% only knows how to cast spells. We need to get it to the populace because everybody should have access to spells equally.
That's my best, Bernie.
Anyway, so these guys, this group of 4 in the very back, this diamond, are they all within? Could I center that and hit all of them with a 5-foot radius?
It's weekend
I mean,
of Bernie's. You could definitely hit the back 4 of them. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna focus 2 meteors and try to catch those 4. So I need a two DC 15 deck saves.
All right, I got a +2 to this one. So it's a 19 and a 5. And so that's a back 2 you wanted, yeah? Or do you want all 4 of them?
I'm sorry.
Do you need all 4 of them to roll this save, or is it just a back 2 of them on the first one?
No. Because it's a 5-foot radius, so I'm gonna throw two meteors to catch all 4 of them with 2.
Nice. So 3 of them fail, 1 of them succeeds.
Okay. Well, for the first one, that's
Feeling Dexy tonight.
for the first one that's 5 damage, fire damage, and for the second it's 9.
9. All right. 9. Excellent. So these guys get roasted pretty well, and they scream as their skin begins to burn. You smell like burnt hair coming off from the top of their scalps as well. So you burn them. Anything else, Elvadine?
That's gonna be it.
Nice.
Maybe let out a little cackle of delight.
Excellent. So you bring spells to the populace. You burn them alive.
All people should have equal access to magic.
All people should have equal access to flames. Calium, it's your turn.
I'm gonna hold action until they start to move towards either me or Ajax, and then I'm gonna take my turn.
All right, Hargund.
Going to move forward to this corner,
Mhm.
and I'm going to kind of just pop out behind the corner, and I'm going to fire at the one that Ajax is in melee with.
Okay.
Is that within 30 feet?
Absolutely, yeah.
I think it is. All right, if I can figure this out.
Do the tokens always move in such a way, or did I miss something? Because I really like it. I really get a great deal of enjoyment
It's
about
kind of like
Kinda
slide
like-
across the map.
like kind of waddle.
See, baby.
It's kind of interpretive dance as they go.
Ooh, Hargund again, man.
Baby.
All right,
I like it.
so
Nice.
Hargund, yes.
plus that is 18.
18 is painful on this guy. He hasn't taken damage this one yet, Ajax, right? Yeah. Okay.
No, not yet.
Nice. So he doesn't die, but he takes a solid bolt to the chest, which pierces through his breastplate and just kind of sends him flying backwards a little bit and just kind of stumbles with the pain of it. Nice.
Okay. At this point, I just tuck back behind the wall where I can get some cover.
Nice. Nice. Okay, cool. Let's turn it over to these guys. And Calium, you've got your special thing.
Yeah, I want to see how this first guy moves. This first guy near me.
He's gonna step here basically.
Okay, so as he steps up, I'm kind of gonna go ahead and take my readied action.
Okay.
And yeah, I'm just gonna slash at him once with my short sword. Nothing fancy. Natural one.
Wop, 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 wop.
But I'm gonna quickly recover from that. As I
It's all about the recovery. Isn't it?
I'm gonna just poof and pop up behind this guy up here.
All right.
I'd like to pop up right there if possible. I think I can see that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm gonna pop up from behind him. So I'm just gonna
Oops, sorry. I
just mist walk as he comes up, and then I'm going to take my first attack after a mist walk with my little bonus at 19
Your little
for
bonus.
a massive sex damage.
Ooh,
And then I'll
19 to hit.
And then I'll take my bonus action.
This guy's already taken 5. Nice.
Then I'll take my bonus action for another slash 16 for another.
16's not going to cut it, unfortunately.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
16 doesn't get there, and that's
16 doesn't quite reach him. Just close but no cigar.
What's the deal?
it. Is there anybody? Yeah, never mind. I'm not going to run back there. That's all right. I'm done.
Alrighty. Yeah, this guy's already taken some damage from Vadin's meteor, and you stab him in the back as you appear behind him. So, okay, so it's still these guys' turn. He's like, huh! This guy like looks around and confused. Where is he gone? Where's he gone? And
He blocked
instead-
one attack, and I'm fucking gone.
Yeah. He'll move in towards Vadin instead. So this guy and this one are on Calium, and the rest are gonna kind of gang up on you, Ajax.
That's fun.
As
They've got
per
advantage to hit AC 17.
oh baby, let's just roll 4 d20 twice, shall we? Each leads us a plus 5 to hit, so we'll do some maths here in a second. So 16.
Nope.
That maths? No. Yeah, 16, and the highest one's a 21.
21 hits. AC 17.
Nice. Now, which one is this? All right. Cool. 8 damage on Ajax. Oh, wait. These guys have advantage. I'm
Yeah,
being
they
dumb.
do have advantage, yeah.
Being dumb. Let's try again.
Oh.
All right. So, yeah, not 20,
20, that's
23, and yeah. So 3 hits there, looks like.
looks good.
So let's roll a bunch of 2d6s now. Yay! So 3 of them hit both of. Damn it, why in there? All right, add another d6 on this afterwards. So 29 points of damage. All of this is slashing and or piercing, which you are resistant to. At the moment.
Gotcha.
So these guys just begin to like chunk into you. trying to cut down the naked, semi-naked barbarian before them has broken into their chambers.
They're ripping up my dress.
Yeah, they are. They go directly for your source of power, which is your kilt, and begin to begin to slash it up. Excellent. Let's see if there's anything else. Alrighty. So let's go back to Wyrme. Wyrme. What are you up to? Guys shooting you, more of them shooting arrows towards you at this point.
Okay. So I guess it's about time for Wyrme to abandon his position here and head for the rest of the group. He's done as much chaos as he can possibly do over here, I think.
Let's do it.
It's quite a bit of chaos.
There's a fair amount of chaos which is happening right now. You guys bring the chaos.
So I guess I can move 30 feet, but I think I'm pretty far from those guys. I don't think I'm gonna go. There's too many corners.
Yeah, let's say that you can get there by the end of next turn if you were dashing all the way there. So this turn you're running, next turn you're running, at the end of next turn you can turn up in the hallway because you're quite a way away from them. But you're coming up as support.
I'll throw a shield of faith up as I go. Just
yeah, just in case any stray arrows file their way towards you. All right, as you leave the balcony, you're out of the line of sight. There are guys that are going to be chasing up after you, but they'll be equally as slow. That is Wyrme's turn. Top of round 3. Ajax, it is your turn, my friend.
All right, throwing caution to the wind, Ajax continues to attack recklessly. The one that took a crossbow bolt from Hargund,
yes,
Ajax is going to target him first.
Nice. It's this chappy here.
Yeah, he's swinging low, taking out a leg maybe. Dirty 20.
Nice.
Yeah. Ooh, dirtiest of 20s.
Weak sauce. 6 damage.
God damn.
Yeah.
All right.
Much.
He's not quite dead, even though it's doing just 6 damage. Close.
I'm gonna have to kill him. Just gonna have to finish him off.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't think a 14 hits.
14 is not enough to finish him.
And my bonus action attack.
He is disappointedly not finishing.
Oh, he's not. 15. You know what? I'm going lucky again because I can't stand to not kill someone around. So it really just eats away at me.
It really does.
Oh my god!
You
You are so due for a monumental round.
That is
rough.
not enough. You keep coming at him. You keep trying. You kind of back away. He blocks. He dies. Dodges. Takes another hit. Doesn't do anything. Yeah, this guy is like a zephyr right now.
Hopefully Hargund will get the job done.
Yeah. Well, it's Elvadin's turn.
Oh yes.
Okie dokie. So seeing Ajax surrounded, I'm going to use my bonus action to lob a meteor on each side of him. So I want to do it on each side of the groups of 2, left and right.
Okay.
So I want to catch the 2 on the right with 1 and the 2 on the left with 1.
2 on the left with 1.
Yeah,
that works for me.
And then
do you have a guy in your grill right now?
I do.
Wait, totally. I've got to roll an attack roll for, but hey, he was distracted by Calium. No big deal.
Okay. Well, yeah. So I'm going to take an attack of opportunity anyway. So I'm going to move up just a little bit away from him, and he'll he can go and attack me.
I love the animation. You just like slowly move through him.
Pardon me, son. Pardon me, son. I have to come up here and get these people.
Me add a 5 to that, so 19.
That would hit. Let me roll to see if it hits one of my. It does hit one of my duplicates.
Nice. You kind of like smash into it with a great sword, and it just kind of clatters into the mirror image of you, who dies painfully and extravagantly.
And I'll just let out a little cackle. So the group on the right. This one is for the group on the right. Yes. So DC 15 Dex save or take 11.
Yes. Group on the left.
And then the group on the left is 8 damage.
Okay, that's group on the right. Rolled a 15 and then 11 and then 8. God damn, maths is so hard. And then these 2 did 20 and a fail.
Okay. So the group on the right. So they take 5, and then the group on the left takes full damage. 8.
All right.
And then, because that's just my bonus action,
Nice.
I'm going to twin a. I'm going to help Calium out, even though he left me out to dry.
Oh,
The guy that Ajax has been trying to kill dies, by the way.
Sweet.
nice.
So I'm going to help Calium out, even though he left me to hang out to dry. That's fine.
Maybe hanging.
I'm gonna twin a firebolt and hit each guy on him.
I like it.
So this is the one on his 6 o'clock, and that should. Why is that rolling with advantage? Oh, I'm sorry. It rolled damage also. My bad. I did not realize it would do that. So that's 13 damage, and then the one on the left, or I'm sorry, the guy at his 3 o'clock, 12 does not hit.
No.
Okay.
All right.
So I am done.
So done. Excellent. These guys looking pretty wounded. I like it. Elvadine, that's the end of your turn. Calium, it is your turn. Guy's been firebolted by your
So he hit this guy right here.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna turn and I'm gonna stab him. Preferably.
That'll do it.
Stab him. 19 for 10 damage.
How did you die?
Yeah, I'm just gonna turn over. Where is he? And I kind of just rip out his throat and then disappear and
Nice.
pop back up in front of this guy in between him and Elvadine, and take my Mistwalker attack 4 for 12.
Well, 12 is not enough.
And then I'm gonna use my bonus action to hit him one more time, preferably. And that didn't. Shit.
No,
dude.
you guys are terrible.
Did nothing. They just did nothing.
The
There's a
caliber
bad
of guards
reason
here is
for-
tremendous. I gotta say,
He's a high-ranking member of the 100. He pays a lot for his guards.
I'm very impressed by the guards here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's not so much that they're good, it's more so that you guys are bad. So maybe that'll make you feel better. So Cadium, it's your turn. Hargund, it is now yours, my friend.
Okay, I'm gonna pop back out from the corner. Does it look like, because I was behind the corner and I would not
Yes.
have seen this, does it look like any of them are injured that are around Ajax right now?
This guy who's rotating wildly looks pretty injured. As does a guy on Ajax's to the north of Ajax. Both of the guys
Okay.
north of Ajax basically.
Alright. Then the one just north of him, I will
Okay.
target him with a crossbow. If I can get my... There it goes. It was just lagging. Sorry about that. All right. 15.
15 is not quite enough, unfortunately.
Okay.
It pings off his armor.
In that case, I am going to... I want to move this time. If I can get back to the map.
Do it.
It's... The map just shows up as a giant gray thing for me right now, so I want to move back
Oh, nice.
kind of into the middle of the room if somebody can grab the token.
Sure thing. Sort of where Ajax was, near that kind of area.
Yeah, but not into melee. Yeah, that.
Yeah.
I see it now. That looks great.
Nice. Okay, cool. Perfect. Nice. So fires, doesn't quite connect, but gets into the room, takes it to the guard's turn. This guy's going to move in on Ajax because they do like to have they are currently giving him the circle jerky right now.
You can take
It's roll
it.
his twice. Is that advantage, correct?
Yes. Yeah.
All right, so at advantage, that rolls 24, 19, 17, and 18.
That's 4 hits.
Oh, baby. So 4d6 twice. And that's 4 times 3 is 12 onto this, so 28, 40 points of damage.
All right.
That was some serious math right there. I may have done it all wrong, but hey. You do take half that, of course, because you are raging Cajun right now. Excellent. And Wyrme will say, at the end of your turn, you kind of like bust in and see all of this as he's running in slow motion past all the explosions behind him that he's not looking at, all the arrows that are whistling over him. Go ahead. Jim, you got something?
Oh, no. I was just...
You're just gesticulating as though you, you wanted to...
yeah, it's late for
Just-
me over
You're just doing the math.
here.
But
Just
yeah.
like,
All the numbers are going by you. Absolutely excellent. So at this point, as the guards take their turn, a man steps out from the north It's a man that Calium recognizes. It is the long blonde hair, kind of greasy locks, somewhat older than last we've seen him, of course. And he has this kind of like long sword at his side, family heirloom, and calls out, "What is this? Ah, intruders, I see. Excellent. Let us have some fun." That's, of course, we'll wrap up tonight's session of Save or Dice for tonight.
Nice.
Will Jones,
Woo.
you D&D sex icon, you.
This monopoly of cliffhangers will not stand.
Before we go any further, of course, we want to give a huge thank you to Adam from D&D Beyond. Thanks for hanging out with us, man. Thanks for gaming.
Absolutely.
Thanks for putting up with everything. And most importantly, we are so sorry. We are so sorry for this evening.
This has been a blast. Thank you guys for having me.
Well,
Thanks for coming on.
Thanks, man.
You're welcome anytime you want to come on. So we don't want to put you on the spot here publicly, but if you let us know if you ever want to pop on. You know what I'm saying?
Busy?
Sounds great.
Are you busy next week to finish combat?
I mean, I kind of
got the
want to see
artwork
this get through, to be honest. So yeah, we'll see what we can do.
Okay, all right. Well, guys, thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. Thanks for watching this. If you guys are watching this later on YouTube, again, next week, January the 3rd, we are back with Save or Dice. We are going to be doing a Q&A afterwards. Be sure to bring some questions, right? We're going to have a great time. We're going to probably drink some beers or something like that, just hang out, chat with you guys. And then on the 10th, we will be off. We're going to take that week off for traveling for PAX South. And again, some of us are going to be at PAX South, so follow us on Twitter. Do those things, and you guys can keep up with our schedules and if we're having any get-togethers and meetups. Of course, we're going to give a special thank you to our sponsors. Our amazing virtual tabletop of choice is Fantasy Grounds. We love Fantasy Grounds. It's awesome, and apparently we'll just learn how to use things.
Probably. I mean, learning as it goes.
You learned it very quickly.
Very quickly, true.
Super intuitive.
It's like, oh, it's easy. And then all the maps that you guys see built on the show are built in Dungeon Painter Studio, which you guys can pick up on pyromancers.com. Both Fantasy Grounds and Dungeon Painter Studio are available on Steam, so go check those out. ThinkGeek is a magnificent sponsor, so thank you, ThinkGeek, for putting this on. Affiliate links are down in the description box. Go check those out. That supports the show. We'd appreciate it. And of course, we want to give a special thank you to Shapeways, which is your go-to destination for 3D printed dice and miniatures. Guys, if you haven't checked out Shapeways, you should head over there right now. It's really cool. We put a link in the little Twitch panels, and then of course in the YouTube video descriptions. They've got some really awesome stuff over there. So go check those guys out.
Look at this.
We have a special Save or Dice page over there, don't we?
Did we get that set up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
This is
fancy.
created by my favorite D&D YouTubers, Cody.
Our favorite D&D guys. We love your faces. You have anything you want to say to the audience here?
I have nothing to say to you.
Oh. Fuck out of me. Well, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and we will see you next year. Take care, guys.